Hello, everybody. Welcome to SNKronize. My name is James Chen, and I'm joined once again by Mr. OlafRedland. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
How am I? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I haven't been able to enjoy the amazement that you have of that thing right there just yet. So,
Yeah. So,
little do you got? I don't. Well, actually, maybe you guys do know. I don't know how much Metroid we've talked about on the stream, but
not really much.
would you say you're a bigger SNK fan or a Metroid fan?
That's really hard.
Right. So
Really
I don't know
hard.
if people out there realize just how obsessed with Metroid you are.
Yeah, I made a post sometime last week. Like, if I really needed to, I could spend the next year on just my two favorite franchises between KOF 15 and Metroid.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not going to, but like, just between KOF 15 and Metroid Dread, I would probably be good for like a year if I had to be.
Yeah.
But
KOF 15's not out yet.
yeah.
We're still getting
I mean,
more
I could
information.
probably still just play this for the next few months and be totally fine.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Now, I obviously already haven't done that because I did play some other games today, but
Right. I couldn't play it in the last week because you had my copy.
that's another entirely different story. And that sounds to me like you're shifting the blame.
Yeah, no, I am. I 100% am, even though I probably wouldn't have played it,
Yeah.
even if I had it in my possession anyway. But
Yeah.
it's fun to,
Yeah, but his copy arrived before mine did, so he's like, you could just go ahead and borrow it. I'm not going to get around to it. I'm like,
and then you went and,
And then I was
hung
gone.
out with Kitty,
Yeah.
and what is Elden Ring?
it's going to be another one of those open world RPGs that a lot of people are going to have a lot of fun with.
Right, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, those are not the franchises that I play.
Yeah, Dark Souls or Skyrim or,
Yeah, what's up, Seru X, Chaos Master? So...
Yeah. Dread definitely exceeded all expectations and avoided just about every possible concern. So I'm pretty happy. Because as it's not a very well-kept secret that I really did not like Samus Returns.
What for? There's no reason for KOF 15 to move their release date. They already have.
I mean, as long as the rollback netcode works,
Right.
we're good.
As long as we get a beta. I mean, again, look, as much as, a lot of people are really happy with the most recent Guilty Gear Strive patch, right?
Yeah.
It's the second patch here that we've gotten in 4 months for the game. It's really nicely balanced, but on top of that, it's kind of not the second patch. Might be kind of like the fourth or fifth because between all the betas, they were getting data as well, right?
Yeah.
And so for KOF, I feel like they could get a lot of good data. Even the Tokyo Game Show stuff, they're already getting good data. How they've been talking about,
they're probably like, oh, Terry and Isla are pretty strong.
right. And they've already gotten good information on the Shatter Strike, how they're like, okay, this might be a little bit too useful. And then you look at Melty Blood, they have rollback. Obviously, the rollback netcode is good, but it's not perfect. It's more
and has more like system errors.
Yeah.
Like, if you let me skip your intro and then you have a bug from skipping the intro, probably not the best idea.
Dude, on the beta, that would have been found instantaneously, right?
Okay. And as someone who's been in QA for a long time, I can't imagine how that wasn't spotted.
Right.
Because as someone who's been in QA, you know damn well I'm skipping that intro. I am going to mash.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just one of those things that's like in your optimal internal network situation.
Yeah.
It's just like it was fine, But yeah. Oh, I see. So so with so many games coming around at that same time, nah. Because I mean, honestly, it's the only fighting game coming around. This time.
It's the genre and fandom overlap.
Yeah.
People who are going to play Elden Ring are going to fucking play Elden Ring, and they're probably not going to be that concerned with picking up KOF. People are going to play KOF, and are going to make a decision at the very least on which one they play.
Right.
I mean, it would be cool to have KOF pushed up a week.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I mean, one of the other things too, honestly, is like I forgot if I was saying this here at the Tuesday show, but like I was saying, I think it might have been the Tuesday show, but it's weird because for the past, I feel like 3 years, we've had at least like it feels like we've known about like 9 fighting games coming out in the next year, like big, like kind of anticipatory fighting games. But right now in 2022, what is it? KOF 15, Dungeon Fighter, maybe.
Maybe.
Right? Maybe.
I mean,
like,
I don't know. At this rate, I feel like Dungeon Fighter is the next KOF, where this is the announcement, and then 3 years later we get the first trailer.
Right, exactly. And so here,
League of Legends has the same thing going on.
Right.
It was announced.
Yeah, and so I feel like, I mean, they keep saying like we're not even close to being, you know. So it's weird. Like I feel like KOF 15 is gonna scratch a lot of that new fighting game itch for quite some time, to be honest with you. Because what's even coming out towards the end of this year? Melty Blood and Nick All Stars have already come out, and now I think KOF 15 is the next big fighting game.
Yeah, the next major one. I mean, the let's see, and then Street Fighter V's final character doesn't come out until next year.
Right, they pushed that back as well, yes.
We don't know if Melty is getting DLC.
Have they not said anything about? I mean...
Unless something's come up in the past, like, 3 days that I don't know about.
Because, like, fighting games always are like, here's the game and here's the DLC, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, and where's the third character for Guilty Gear? Or fourth character, whatever. The next character for Guilty Gear, isn't that, like, maybe next week? The announcement?
Oh, announcement. I think so. Yeah. But again, no new game, which is really interesting to me. So I feel like KOF coming around February, even if it's surrounded by a lot of stuff, I feel like it's still a good time for it to come out in terms of fighting games.
Yeah.
I think everybody's... Oh, yeah, NRS could announce something for sure.
Which would probably be like, what, Injustice 3 at this rate?
I mean, they thought that would come out during the DC Fandom
True.
And there was nothing.
Yo, with the Black Adam trailer?
Oh, the Black Adam trailer, yeah. Now, what's interesting, though, is that there's just, like, been no hints of Injustice. They've already talked about wanting to make another MK game.
I mean, and didn't they just put out, like, the Injustice movie?
They did, which I heard wasn't actually very good.
Well, that's what happens when you take the original writers off it. And don't pay them royalties. I'm sorry, what?
Meanwhile, SNK is getting Obari to make the intro sequence to the game, you know? Oh, man.
Yeah. I have a big soft spot for certain people in the comics industry, and some of them worked on the plot of Injustice.
I see.
And they found out that the Injustice movie was coming the same way everyone else did. By a post on Twitter, and they're like, wait, what?
What, you're taking our story and you didn't contact us at all?
Yeah, because the thing is that I'm sure that they would have loved to be a part of it, and obviously people like getting paid for things they've worked on, but I'm sure, like, because I think it was Jimmy Palmiotti, I don't know if his wife was on it, but might have been. Anyways, Palmiotti was like, they never talked to us at all.
That's messed up, dude. That's messed up. Ugh.
But yeah.
Yeah. But,
so that kind of made me sad.
Yeah. But who knows what NRS is doing at this point in time. They've been able to keep surprisingly mum about that. But if we get no surprises in the next weeks, months, whatever like that, it's KOF in February. And that's like the only thing we know of. Like I said, we've always had like Dragon Ball's coming. This is coming. This is coming. This, you know, like
at this rate, KOF's gonna have DLC before we get our next fighting game.
Right? Exactly. So again, I don't think
which is fine.
I don't think coming out in February is a problem. To be honest.
And the thing is, like, competing with other genres is functionally unavoidable. Mm-hmm. You know, like, I'm gonna put out this fighting game. That's great. I'm gonna put out, you know, The Legend of Zelda. Well, I mean, it's just something you're going to have to hold. And I mean, that's fine with me because, you know, Breath of the Wild was the first Zelda game I've enjoyed since 1996. And I don't even like that game anymore.
Which one was that one?
Ocarina.
Oh, yeah? Oh, dang. Okay.
I definitely grew out of Ocarina, and that's how I'm going to phrase it.
Interesting. I still think Majora's Mask is fantastic.
Way better. Yeah.
I love Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
But also, I like it because of the weird, creepy, artistic, like, creepy like aesthetic to it that is like, if it's one of those games that you play and you actually feel like you're in a dream.
Yeah, because it's very like not unsettling
Yeah.
per se, but like disorienting.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the better
All
word.
the same characters are back, but they're different people, and it's such a clever way because they're like, let's just reuse assets so we don't have to create, but it's still like cleverly done.
It's one of those things like if you have the right style of direction, you can make budget seem intentional.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Exactly. Oh wow, even someone in here.
Just says it's
Seems
bad.
like the Rylers only watch the intro cinematic from the game.
That's rough.
Yeah, yeah, I feel like KOF is coming out almost kind of at the right time at this, because like if it was coming out in a few, like let's say it was originally supposed to come out in November, we didn't know exactly. It just said 2021, right? I feel like that would almost be a little too early. I feel like
like with with Guilty Gear's DLC and with Melty, I think that would actually be a problem. And then on top of that, for the people who will cross over between the different styles of fighting games, like Smash getting its last DLC character would have probably put a damper on it too.
And a lot of people right now are probably also focusing on maybe even practicing for finals of a lot of these games, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, at this rate, like happy accident.
This is just Heidern. We're just doing Heidern because we missed last week.
Yeah.
We thought that we were like, okay, we're not going to be able to do this. It's fine. But then Heidern Silhouette and trailer came out on the same week, which they haven't done in a while. So, but
yeah, but then there was nothing this week. So perhaps next week will be something.
Is that actually what happened, Seru X? They challenged the Zelda team to make another game within a year?
Yeah, there's a lot of detail to it, because it's like, it's got part of like the leftovers from Ura Zelda that we never got, and it's this, that, and the other, and so much of Majora's Mask is a happy accident or a product of a situation.
Right.
Like, there's great documentaries, plural, on just the development of Majora.
Because it's funny, too, because, like, people don't realize this anymore these days, because like
that is the sickest set of emotes to put together. Holy crap!
I think this is Zero. Yeah, I don't is that Zero is a different Zero, but the funny thing is like because I mean this, you worked in the game industry. The reason why people make so much DLC is because you spend so much damn time and money on making this set of assets, that if you just make a $60 game these days, it's actually like you need to milk it as much as you can, right? Because you're spending so much money. So a lot of it is DLC. So Majora's Mask was almost like a full DLC game.
Yeah, no, it was basically an expansion pack in the grand scheme of things. But
it's No Pants. That's No Pants, huh? Oh dang, that's cool. That's awesome.
That's so good.
Dude, I need to find someone who's good at making animated GIFs like this so I can turn my emotes into animated.
Let's talk later.
So, yeah.
We'll talk later.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Well, let's get to the trailer. Yeah, let's at least knock this out, because we have a few things to talk about.
Yeah.
But the commander.
The commander. And let's go ahead and do this. There we go. Drop those off here again. I'll have the volume up, decently high, so they won't be able to hear us as much. But we'll obviously analyze this in slow-mo afterwards. So, and I'm sure you have some choice words about certain things. Anyway.
Yo, boy, he's thick.
Not enough on the bottom, but the boys are definitely missing ass, I feel like.
The Shermie trailer had the same thing. Hi, babe.
The strings have always been so fast.
KOF 15! 初 所詮君たちのはお遊びに過ぎん。
I will say I'm actually kind of sad that when he did grab you in the head like that, he didn't spin around your head.
I'm so glad they've gone away from that.
Really?
Dude, here's the thing. If nothing else, with modern graphics and 3D models, Cammy already showed us that animation no longer works.
Oh, right. Okay. I see what you're saying.
There's a lot of really cool stuff in this trailer. A lot of good, like, balance notes and changes. Also them really selling the fact that Heidern is important to the story. Mary's gonna call him out on some stuff, or at least be paying a lot of attention.
Right.
And I'm actually really happy because this is gonna give Sarah Emmy Bridcut a bit more time to like show her chops as Mary, rather than like the couple of voice clips, whatever. Like, no, you have a whole ass story mode now.
Now, okay. So I know I was talking to you about this a little outside of the stream here, but so like Heidern has been since
94.
He's existed in the first game.
It all began in 94.
And what was like? He's important to this story, but he's always been kind of like that guy who was touching everything.
Yeah,
right?
if the thing is, literally, if you're not that familiar with Heidern, you just think about the fact that he's Nick Fury.
Oh, right. Okay.
He's freaking Nick Fury.
So,
he is everywhere a little bit.
He is definitely on the side of good.
Yes.
And he's the one kind of amassing all the stuff together to try to fight whatever evil has been going on.
So he founded the Ikari Warriors.
Right.
So he, in 94 and 95, he was with Ralph and Clark. And then, eventually Leona was introduced. He went back into just being Nick Fury, basically, just paying attention from the background. But like, he's been part of KOF lore since before King of Fighters 94 because Rugal killed his family.
Right.
And so part of like him joining KOF was, Rugal's involved. Yeah, I need to kill that guy.
His eye?
Whose eye? Rugal.
Heidern.
Rugal.
Oh, Rugal took his eye. Okay.
Rugal ruined this man's life.
Okay, gotcha.
Straight up.
So he was pretty much anti-Orochi, anti-Nests, and...
Yeah, and he's the only person who can basically get K-Dash and Maxima into a room to talk business.
Like, here's a question, for example, right? So we have a situation... So he could be on K-Dash's team, huh?
That's a possibility.
But wouldn't Heidern be the leader then? Or is it because he'd be kind of like hands-off a little bit?
So it's I'm not saying that's a really good possibility, but it is a possibility.
Okay. But here's the thing, right? So we were talking... So Whip was on the Ikari Warrior team at some point, right? But Whip is the clone of K-Dash's dead sister?
Correct.
Okay, so... Does Heidern have anything to do with Whip, her origins, all that stuff? Okay.
Nope. Just in KOF 99, she basically applied to join his service, and he's like, all right, come on in. Yeah, we can always use more soldiers. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, you've got some backstory. All right, cool. We'll help you work through it.
Okay.
And then she abandons her post and teams up with K-Dash's team for a while. Mm-hmm. And Heidern's like, you deserter? What the hell? And she's like, I gotta finish this. I'll be back, sir, I promise. He's like, all right. I mean, I'm still gonna punish you, but you go handle your shit.
Right. Now, one of the alternate potential teams he could be on, let's just say, and this will make you happy, that Adelheid is in the game.
Yeah.
Right? So you said a potential team that he could be with Adelheid and maybe somebody else.
Probably
right?
Whip.
Probably Whip. What's his relationship to Adelheid since he's Rugal's kid?
Okay, so first off, Adelheid has no respect for his dad. He doesn't give two shits about his dad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Adelheid has actually contacted Heidern personally to, try to kind of even out the debts a little bit. Because he's like, dude, I know my dad ruined your life. I'm not okay with that. I'm really sorry. Can I work with you to try to have us not be enemies because my dad's a dick? and Heidern actually gave him a chance, and they've been working together.
Right, because he's in the story modes, and he's been a background character, like in some of the cutscenes.
Yeah, he was a
like
cut
that.
character in 13, and he's pivotal to the plot of 13.
Right.
Like, he's the one who calls Heidern the moment he suspects something's weird.
Okay.
And, like, that's a whole, like, cutscene and everything. It's slick.
And so, does Whip have anything to do with Adelheid?
Nope.
Okay.
It's just the fact that Whip is part of Ikari team. She's not represented in 15, and she was also DLC in 14, so you might as well reuse her assets.
Right. Okay.
But also, like, if you have Heidern and Adelheid, there's only so many characters that can fit into that team.
Right.
Now, before I really jump the gun, because I was going to put this conversation a little later, but
sorry.
there was an interview recently.
Oh, yeah.
And that gives me a little more hope. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's get to the trailer, and then we'll find that interview and talk about it for a minute.
I mean, just for me, because, like I said, I just like... One, I figured if people out there aren't familiar with the lore, I think it's just cool for them to learn it. Plus, I just want to know it myself. I can't keep track of half of it, but that's why... I know I've asked you a lot of these things before, but...
Yeah, Heidern is probably, like, my favorite character that I don't play at all.
Right. I mean, Sayru was saying it could be K-Whip Heidern, but...
It's a slim possibility, but that still leaves out a lot of characters that are expected to return.
Right. I was just about to say, like, even though she hasn't been announced yet, like, Kula's, like, mad popular, right? And she
Kula has only missed one game.
And since her existence.
Or at least, like, one important game. She might have been missing from 12.
Since her existence, right?
Yeah, she missed 03 and the world lost their mind. And so she jumped back in 11. Everyone's like, okay, cool. Oh, great, she's top tier. Fine.
Right.
Monkey's paw curls.
Well, except for all the people who love her. Then they're like, yeah, she's totally fair and balanced, kind of thing. So
nobody thought she was fair.
Let's be plus.
They were just happy.
On my ice fireball at point blank range. For no goddamn.
Juggle anywhere LDM while she has the best launcher in the game.
Right.
Let's go.
But 2K2UM is a dream match.
Yeah,
so.
and Heidern's been on, like, team old guy for a while. Oh, yeah. No, picking Kula in 11 is what we call smart. It's a pretty good-ass decision. Just do it.
Picking Kula in 11 is, following the Sanford Kelly theorem.
Just pick a top tier.
Just pick a top tier.
Just pick a top tier.
God, that... Oh, man. I think I'm just gonna call it that from now on. We have to call it like the Sanford Kelly, not theorem.
No, but I mean, idiom sounds like it'd be like badly, it could be
but you know what I mean. There's
a
word that I'm looking for here. But
the Santhrax principle.
Yeah, there you go.
The Santhrax principle.
The Santhrax principle. Just pick a top tier. No, anytime anyone gets mad at you for picking a top tier, just say, I'm following the Santhrax principle. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Infinite Tech, I mean, that's the thing, right? I have talked about...
the Sanford Accord. That was pretty good. I mean, it does make him sound like a new Honda vehicle, but...
But I mean, I've been saying that about KOF 11. I think you're not the only one, Infinite Tech, because it came out at that really, really weird transition period between arcade and consoles dominating fighting games. It was finally when SNK was like, let's move on to new hardware.
The first mainline KOF to do so.
Right, and then... all of that, I mean, like, you think about that, you think about the CPS3, you think about all the new hardware that everyone created around that time, and then the Dreamcast, and then the home consoles, and then that's where everyone started playing fighting games, and it got lost in that transition between the arcade and the consoles.
Yeah, and it had a PS2 port, but in America, it was instantly a bargain bin, low print run game, because I don't know if y'all know this, but in that time, Sony actually had a rule about publishing sprite-based fighting games. And I don't know if it was exclusive to fighting games, but 2D games were not allowed to be sold as single games for full price.
Really?
That is why KOF 0203 and 2000-2001 were 2-disc sets. And they could charge full price. But KOF 11, they couldn't have anything to box it with. They didn't give it enough updates for Sony's regulations, so it had to be sold as a $20 game on launch.
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
Jesus.
So the game had a small print run. And I mean small as in every GameStop in the country got 2 copies at most.
And you know what the craziest thing about that is? There is that weird thing, right? Like, if you see a game that's like $20, you're like, that's probably not very good. Right? And it's that...
And it was Sony had the principle on 2D gaming.
because they probably wanted to keep the advantage of, their 2D graphics over like when PlayStation came out and Sega had to kind of jank the 3D into the Sega Saturn, right?
Yeah, no, and the thing is, those games actually got jank 3D backgrounds added to them.
Oh.
Which, by the way, ran like shit. Most of the 3D background stages in KOF 11 on PS2 run like shit.
Jesus, okay.
But yeah, KOF 11 and Battle Coliseum were both released about the same time and were cheap.
Yeah. God, that's crazy, dude.
But the Japanese version, sold for full price and had online capabilities, which, for what that means back then, but it still had them.
Right.
Yeah, the 3D backgrounds aren't great. But yeah, so like that whole era really screwed over a lot of publishers, which is now, if you think about that, now it makes sense why like all the Street Fighters were in the anniversary collections and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Because obviously Capcom's going to charge full price.
Right.
They're going to do whatever it takes.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, no, Sony as a first party had a lot of really messed up regulations back then. I don't remember if you remember the Mega Man 8 debacle. That was brilliant, by the way. So, in that same era on PS1 and PSP and all these other games, Sony had a regulation about having a percentage of new content or exclusive content. So Mega Man 8 got a bigger instruction booklet.
Are you serious? And that worked?
Brilliant!
Because the Saturn version of Mega Man 8 also had 2 hidden characters that weren't in Mega Man 8 on PlayStation.
Yeah, but Symphony of the Night on the Saturn has a bit of extra content and runs like shit, so whatever.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, it's true, Speedwagon. I mean, like, old 2D is hard. Like, one of my favorite video games of all time is Silent Hill 2. I can't even recommend people play it because the camera is so bad and the graphics are like kind of jank, right? But
you accept certain levels of age. Shit,
Yeah,
also
that's
go
true.
back and play Dead or Alive 1. That game's awesome in its own way. I love the ring out system in Dead or Alive 1, alright?
right. Rare the Sega Saturn of Mega Man 8 is though. Guess who owns one?
Of course you do.
This guy right here.
Dude, you have the craziest Saturn collection for someone who I've never seen play a Saturn.
Because, I mean, honestly, it was the best fighting game console.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people don't even realize this, but Darkstalkers 3 on the PlayStation 1 doesn't...
Kinda sucks.
Yeah, it doesn't play... And it's also inaccurate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there were combos where Lilith standing heavy kick, when she raises her leg, would hit and then hit 2 hits. Right? It would go pow, pow, like this. And that same combo on PlayStation Darkstalkers 3 doesn't work. But it works on the arcade, it works on the Saturn. So the Saturn version was super accurate for Vampire Savior, super accurate for Marvel Superheroes X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
Yes, Speedwagon comic sans.
I've talked to Maximilian about that before, and there were some games that he was considering borrowing from me so that he could mess with his Saturn collection. I'm sure he's obtained them anyway, you know. But
yeah,
dude,
actually, I want to get into some of the KOFs on Saturn because I want to compare them to like the Neo Geo CD ports. 'Cause I think there's 1 or 2 of them, like 97, I think, is on Saturn.
So Alpha 3 on the Sega Saturn is my favorite version of Alpha 3
right.
in existence.
Yeah, it's also the only playable version of like X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
Yeah. Yeah. No, because Alpha 3 also has Fei Long, DJ, T-Hawk.
Oh,
right?
nice.
And Guile. It has all 4 of them. Now,
Which were on the PlayStation one, but that's also the PlayStation one.
yeah, and it wasn't very good. But like those 4 characters were super interesting. Like DJ was probably one of the most unique fighting game characters on the Saturn version because his fireball has no recovery. What's up?
I was trying to read what the highlighted one was over there.
Oh, okay. But yeah, DJ's fireball has no recovery.
Like 0?
He's like, right, and then he can move.
I remember it was fast, but was it that fast?
It was
Jesus.
kind of dumb like that. And so, oh, cool.
Woo!
Yeah, I mean, on what system? Oh, shouldn't we switch cams?
I assume probably on 98 on Steam.
Yeah, that's probably true. All right, let's go through.
Yeah,
this
let's
do this because yeah,
I definitely got the epic sidetracking there.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, like backwalk animation exists on the Saturn that the Dreamcast doesn't.
Well, I mean, that makes sense, though, because CPS2 is going to run better on the Saturn at that point than on the
Yeah.
Dreamcast.
But here we go. Heidern. So this outfit, pretty similar to his previous
Yeah,
outfit.
it's just a slightly touched-up version of the 14 one.
Okay, cool. But yeah, someone was saying that he has very long limbs, but he's always been
Kind of. I mean, he's always been like tall and kind of lanky, but his
Yeah.
arms are actually really long in this, which would bother me more, except for the fact that one of my friends is like 6'5" and standing, his fingertips about touch his knees.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude's like a gorilla.
But I don't know. I think it falls in line with all of my memories of how Heidern looks. Let's just put it that way. So.
Yeah, and I think it's important for how his animations flow.
Bum, 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 bum.
KOF.
I know, right? Oh, man. There we go. Heidern. So, yeah.
So for the most part, he looks fantastic. The one thing I will say is that I don't know, maybe his hair needs a bit touching up because it just looks like complete matte black.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. But the rest of him looks great. And those looking buttons are gigantic.
I know, dude. I mean, he's, like I said, he's always kind of had this range, right?
Yeah.
He's always had the range. What's that, Jump CD?
Yeah.
That's Jump CD, okay.
The overhead, which has been adjusted.
Yeah. But again, you know, as we keep going on, even characters that showed up in 14, I feel like are looking stronger as we've gone through this year.
Or at least more interesting.
Yeah.
Yo, I would be totally down for them to actually introduce Guidel and put him on that team. I'm all in.
Do you want to talk about the Mary, or do we want to?
We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it.
Must be some mission for you to appear on the front lines.
Yep.
So
Because Mary is smart, and she will call him out.
yeah, she knows something is
Yeah,
up,
like,
basically.
yeah, if you're actually on the front lines, oh shit.
Right.
There really is some shit hitting the fan, isn't there?
Now, who's Guidel again?
Leona's birth father.
Oh, that's right.
Who has literally never
yeah.
appeared.
Okay.
Yo,
As an
98 UM Mary is pretty sick.
My interest
And
is
EX
suddenly
Mary is
piqued.
fire.
Suddenly peaked. I did say picked. I'm sorry, peaked. And now here, show you why you are my subordinates. As
Yo,
I kick
that
your ass.
is a good Buff Mary emote. Who drew that? Which one is that?
That is on Jeremy.
That is cute.
I don't know whose that is.
Dude, no, EX. The thing is, I love 98 EX Mary. We'll just get back to that though.
Yeah.
Because we got to talk about 98.
I feel like you're gonna sub to this guy just to get Buff Mary.
I've got my own Buff Mary emote.
Okay, fair, true.
Which I should spam in the chat right now because I'm an idiot. So I'm gonna do it.
Actually, in slow motion, dude, look at his head. Look at Ralph. This is Ralph,
I got,
right? Look at that head. He's like,
it sucks. I don't like those.
And it's funny too, because Heidern's always fought with his fingertips. Right?
He's an assassin.
Right. But has he always done gun pose? Has he always done finger
So
guns?
so finger gun is actually a new move to 14, and it's really good.
Okay. Because I just think it's funny that he does so many finger gun stuff.
So in 14, it has like one hit of armor basically, so he can like actually anti-air people, tank a hit, wall bounce them, and then go into the spinning blade super, and it's just like, oh god.
I've heard some people say that he doesn't have enough ass, but well.
Yeah, that's right. It was his old CD, but now it's just a move.
And then
That's
here's
fair.
the super here.
Yeah,
Stabby.
no.
Oh no,
not
this
stab.
is the spinning
So
one. Yeah.
this looks like it's been slightly toned down. It doesn't seem to last quite as long, but because like in 14 it was brutally powerful.
Right. Just like he's like finger guns. Finger guns.
Because one of the things he can do too is he get the CD and then throw that out at full screen, and it would actually hit in the restand frames, and you could just do whatever you wanted.
So here we go, chopping him, and then
Go to hell.
switches arms into it too.
Yeah, Heidern was really good in 14.
Now, is there any explanation why he can just make people explode or anything like that? Or...
Heidern assassination techniques.
Okay, fair enough. That's all.
Don't ask
That
questions.
was the only explanation I needed.
I mean, that's where Leona got all of her moves.
Right.
That's why it's that
Why she
move.
does the same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So combos off of the
Yeah, so they
lights.
sped that up so he can do it off of lights, which is just gross.
and then get a juggle with the regular finger guns.
That's an interesting note that in 14 he fought Yamazaki in his trailer, and this time around he's fighting Yashiro.
Oh, that was a super cancel.
Because he wants to take down Orochi clan.
Wait, say that again?
Apparently in 14 his trailer he was fighting Yamazaki. And so in this trailer he's fighting Yashiro. Which seems to imply a little bit more of like the Orochi grudge kind of thing.
Right, yeah. But here they showed him super canceling the finger guns here, yep.
Yeah.
So there you go. Stobbity stub. Like the little sparks flying off of you. Just...
Yeah, I like if you watch Yashiro's hands, he's like,
Heidern is the Nick Fury of KOF. Yeah, that's exactly what Olaf just said earlier here.
Yeah. Also, the fireball looks a lot cleaner this time around. Plus,
so
he can definitely do that.
That's like when they showed Ash doing that.
Yeah, you were so scared.
Yeah, I'm just like, but rolling exists in the game, so it's not.
So it's not the end of the world.
Right.
But I really like the new version for the slower stuff.
Right. What's interesting, he just starts with EX finger guns. Obviously, you can combo into EX finger guns, but here's just the example of what they wanted to show. Spirally thing into super.
Yeah, which is basically just the 14 Super,
Right.
at least in terms of overall functionality and stuff.
I mean, if these backgrounds are actually designed like full, this is probably not a good place to pause, actually. Okay, here we go. If they're designed like...
Those lips, though.
Right?
He does have some fabulous lips.
If they were designed to, like, if there's a full 360 background, how a lot of fighting games have, they should have did the super where he grabs onto their head and, like, the camera's affixed to his leg and you just see him in the background of the guy and it's just spinning around him and then come back here. Because you're right, it does look silly, like, when Cammy does it, right? So, like, that would have been a cute way to do it. Does he say go to heaven? Ow, that always looks like it hurts.
And it used to be red.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's just like...
The king of fighters.
But so, yeah, go back to the beginning real quick. Go ahead and play it in normal speed.
Okay.
Yeah, so when he does the first fireball and just shows how slow it is and how much he can use it for boom armor, I'm like...
Oh,
I'm
like
pretty
Sonic
excited.
Boom? Like Sonic Boom style? Yeah.
Yeah, it goes nowhere at first.
Here's just some of those normals.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that one's
right
a big...
there.
Yeah.
He is.
And then the overhead. So they talked about the overhead used to be 2 hits. Now it's only 1 hit, but recovers faster.
Oh, interesting.
And so that's like... is that better or worse?
Right, but look at this.
Yeah.
He's done.
Yeah.
He's still right next to the damn thing. So if you get like a CD and cancel into that, you're definitely getting some pressure. Maybe it might even combo if the fireball starts moving fast enough. Now, obviously, here's Mary.
So people have talked about it. I've talked about it. There's been a lot of debate about it. People have said that it's actually still the same model from her own trailer. And it's really just tricks of the lighting and camera. But Jesus, her chest looks huge in this. It is big.
But otherwise, she looks the same, too.
Yeah.
So any hopes that they would make her buffer is just not happening.
Her waistline actually looks slightly better. But, like, she needs some shoulders.
Yeah, she needs some shoulders. I think the abs need to be... I mean, the abs are well-defined there, obviously. But, like, they need to have more of the six-pack, right? Kind of thing.
Go run 88 centimeters through a converter. And turn them into inches.
88 in inches.
34.6, which means, friendly reminder, that is the bust measurement. It has nothing to do with the breasts themselves. That is the band measurement. So every time that someone wants to bring up that tier list about the bust measurements, that's the band.
Right, yeah.
And so all that really tells us is Shermie thick. Because she's got like a 38.
Right.
She thick. Mary's kind of on the petite side.
Something crazy over here. But again, showing off that background. So, I mean, we don't have any new backgrounds here. So, bang, bang.
Yeah, see, like Yamazaki would have a really high number exactly because
yeah,
he thick.
He thick. Yamazaki thick. All right. So, was there anything else you wanted to say about the trailer, about Mary or anything like that? Or?
I mean, not really. I mean, other than the fact that Mary's still looking gorgeous, I'm still happy about the face update from 14.
Yeah, for sure.
Heidern definitely looks rebalanced a bit, kind of retooled. In just like small ways, like the throne super doesn't look as ridiculous, and it also looks really nicer. The effects on it are way better.
I'm gonna have to use one of these as the thumbnail. You know, like the thumbnail for
Perfect.
Thumbnail for Heidern should be this.
No, I really like the one where she's like that.
Yeah.
Like, she's talking the shit.
Yeah.
There's, as far as we know, there is nothing new tonight past just us talking about Heidern.
Unless they come out with one of the new story things, right?
Ooh, they might do that, yes.
Right. So they might actually come out with a story thing in about 12 minutes.
So, that being said, yes, BitW, I don't know how I'm supposed to say that one out loud. There was an interview recently talking about some of the stuff upcoming for KOF 15, and Oda said that there are 2 more surprises in terms of the roster. So what that implies is that there's 2 characters that aren't returning from 14.
Right.
That are new to the modern KOFs.
I mean, one of them is probably going to be Braid's girl, right? So
I don't think so.
You don't think he's referring to her as one of
because
those?
we already know she exists,
right,
so how is that a
yeah,
surprise? Also, so one thing I kind of want to do is bring up the character select screen again, and we can kind of make little notes.
Are you talking about the old one? Or?
No, the one from the trailer that I can send you right now if you need me to resend it to you.
If
yep.
you have the
Twitter
ability
DMs.
to get access to it easily.
Yeah, Twitter DMs. And paste that one. So just use that image, please. And if you could do it as a screenshot or something, we can open up and paint.
Yeah,
that'd be great. Okay. That's the one.
Got it. So let's.
Shout out to Tyson for the screenshot.
Yeah, it's cleared up too, isn't it?
It's no, I don't know. It's about right.
Well, so you want to open it up and paint? Then,
yeah, because we could just like put little stamps on it or something.
Okay.
You with your fancy computer who can stream and then put Photoshop and it doesn't break.
Hey, look, I lived for many, many years where if I was streaming and I touched my computer, it exploded. Okay, I deserve...
So, NT Storm, I'm on your page on this one.
Which one?
Elizabeth and Adelheid.
Oh,
That's where I'm leaning. Yeah, I don't think we're seeing Genitz anytime soon. But Shingo is another one I'm hoping for and thinking about, but that also leaves the team dynamics really curious. So, there we go. Okay, so here's everyone we know. As it stands, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 open slots. 1 belongs to Braid's girl, 1 belongs to Heidern.
Oh, right. Okay, of course.
So that leaves us with 7 characters remaining. Right? Good? We're all on the same page?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
so,
am I supposed to respond? Correct.
And we know...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And then apparently 2 of them are surprises. Oh yes, Kukri, of course. Kukri. So there's 4 remaining. Thank you. I've been thinking I've been missing someone all day. And I could not figure out what it was. It's Kukri, obviously. Okay, so let's go ahead and make like a purple dot or something, a yellow dot. I don't know. Make a big dot to fill up slots here. Really? Not just like a pen and just...
I mean, the reason why is because it won't be a perfect circle and it will... Okay.
Make it like a big circular brush. Perfect. Okay, so...
It's already in purple.
So if from our inference here, Kukri is probably on Ash's team.
Ash's team.
Yeah, because the running theory has been
that's right, because he's the one
Kukri
that,
and Elizabeth.
right.
That's been the running theory. So let's pretend that one for a moment.
All right, so let's put Kukri here, and then what do we want to put for? We think we're right, but might not necessarily be true color.
Very, very light blue, almost white.
Very, very light blue. Almost. That was a very specific answer, and I kind of like that actually.
Okay, and that takes care of one surprise.
Okay.
In
so
theory.
Elizabeth, you think is a surprise?
Yeah, I think Liz coming
She
back.
wasn't in 14, right?
Not at all.
Okay.
So I think Liz has a real shot.
Right.
Okay. So then we also have Braids Girl, who...
Purple.
Yeah, let's just give her another purple.
Probably on Isla's team.
Yeah, like almost definitely. And that leaves us with now, where does Heidern go?
Right. So Heidern could be the leader of his own team, or he could also be. Wait, we should. Oh yeah, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots here.
So
Yeah, okay. But we have one of the surprises. These two here. Aren't we missing? Oh, Heidern, of course.
Yeah.
Heidern is who we're missing. Yeah.
yeah, I'm feeling it's Heidern on the bottom row, but there's one. So I think there's 2 routes here. I think there's actually 2 routes here. But that would be 2 surprises just for that team, and then everyone else gets screwed.
Liz and Oswald.
So I'm still holding out hope for Heidern, Whip, and Adelheid. That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay, so let's just say this is Heidern.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now Heidern, of course, could be here. Like it could
could.
be K-Dash, Kula, Heidern.
But that seems like a stretch.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
I think
okay.
K-Dash Whip Heidern would be viable, and then we have a whole ass team we don't know anything about.
Okay.
And let's be honest here again, like we were talking about. The odds of Kula not being in this game are pretty slim.
Right. So
However, I'm going to throw us a little curveball as the alternate that is also the, well, fuck me and my desire for Adelheid.
Mm-hmm.
In King of Fighters Neo Wave, a game we like to pretend didn't happen, Kula was teamed up with Shingo as an apprentice team.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And I think if they gave us back Shingo because he's got that manga going on, and then rebuilt an apprentice team, that would be fucking adorable.
No, so is the manga like a pretty big deal right now?
I mean, if you are a KOF fan who reads manga, I'm sure it is. It's a thing that's happening. So...
Purple here, Ash, and oh, shout outs to Hiro-kun for the sub. Appreciate it. Sigma Nuts Cat Butts to Hiro-kun.
Yeah, so like that's the other thing is that, you know, if we were to get Kula and Angel and maybe Sylvie or something, like there has to be some sort of way to have like a To Hell with Nest team.
So do we feel like we're comfortable enough putting Heidern on his own team, or do you feel like because they showed Heidern after K-Dash, that probably represents that Heidern is on K-Dash's team?
I'm really concerned or confused because, as other people have pointed out as well, if that's the case, then this would be the first time that they have had juggled 3 teams at once, I believe.
What do you mean juggle 3 teams?
Because we have Ash's team incomplete. We have Isla's team incomplete.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We have K-Dash's team incomplete. And then we just got Heidern.
So you feel like that means then
So that'd be 4 teams juggled at once.
Right. So that's actually...
frightening.
Which is actually why that lends credence to Heidern being... Or do you think they did that because the box leaked and they were like, well... I guess.
I mean, it didn't leak because they revealed the box the next day anyway.
Oh, was it? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it basically just got revealed a few hours early. That's all that happened.
Okay, gotcha. But
true enough that Isla is a special case, so it would still be down to 3 juggles. They just had to let Isla be playable. Okay. But even so, that would still be potentially 3 teams being juggled.
Do you still want me to list Heidern then as his own dude over here?
So this is why we're talking about it.
Right.
It's because I don't fucking know. I'd like to think so, but I think the odds of him being teamed with K-Dash are pretty reasonable.
Okay.
But I mean,
storyline wise, why would he be teamed up with K-Dash?
probably partially to keep an eye on him. Heidern's not the biggest fan of K-Dash. K-Dash isn't the biggest fan of the Ikaris, but they do what they must, mostly because of Maxima. And so, I mean, this literally could be Heidern's like, I need you guys to enter the tournament. And they're like, no, I can't, whatever. And then he's like, tell you what, you can take my place on the team. And he's like, all right, that's cool. And K-Dash's like, what?
K-Dash did work with him in 14?
They worked with him, yeah. It's mostly Maxima works with them, and because he doesn't bear them any ill will. Maxima's a good dude, and K-Dash just gets dragged around into things.
So what's Maxima's relation to Heidern?
He's a good guy.
Oh, okay.
It's just that, because, I mean, Heidern and the Ikaris have kept an eye on everything to do with nests ever since 99.
Gotcha.
They have literally tried to arrest K-Dash and Maxima more times than either of them care to admit. And they eventually decided that, like, you know, this isn't worth it, and you're not actively a problem.
Right.
How about you just kind of get along with us and we're fine? Yeah, oh my god. Preaching to the choir to fix Maxima's move lift. He hasn't been fun or good since 11.
Well, so, okay.
So the options are basically is that Heidern is on K-Dash team, and then who knows who the third character is?
Now,
Maybe Whip?
Was Maxima in 14? No.
Yes.
Yes, he was. Okay.
And he was ass.
Okay. But Elizabeth was not.
Correct.
So Elizabeth probably one of the surprises here. That's why we have her marked in blue over here on the Kukri Elizabeth team.
All that, and I just felt it was a good color to put for her anyway.
Well, I'm just saying that's why it's not purple. Why it's not purple, basically.
Yeah, he used to have moves that weren't Vapor Cannon. I personally am a big fan of the Swiggity Swooty, where he just starts like gliding along the ground in a running command grab, and then it has a follow-up that you can just Kara into where he just flips over and drops his ass on you.
The Swiggity Swooty.
Swiggity Swooty.
Okay.
Getting up in that booty.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Do we want to assume Maxima and Kula are coming back?
I think Kula is a safe assumption.
So, do you want me to use a third color for safe assumption? Or do you think...
Yeah, let's do a third color.
Let's do...
So it's purple, we know they're in, and we think this is where they're going.
How about like a yellow color here? Just
sure,
like,
sure. So, yeah,
safe
that's the
assumption.
safe bet.
Right, exactly. Okay.
Bunker
So,
Buster.
Then, the question is, do you feel like that means Maxima's coming back and K-Dash is just going to get his team?
I'm not convinced.
Really?
I don't know. I'm really concerned that, you know, I mean, this game already doesn't like a lot of big bodies, and they got rid of a lot of them.
I'm going to mark Heidern here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to mark Heidern here because that's where we had him the first time here. They would cut Athena over Kula, right? A hot take at this point in time. I don't think that's that much of a hot take.
No,
right?
that's a super hot take. Yeah. Athena's not going anywhere. Ever.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Ever.
Probably because she's so popular with China, right? So.
And so, yeah. So that leads us to, is Whip coming back and is Angel coming back?
Right. Now, is there any precedent for Angel coming? She's super popular? Or?
She's popular enough, and she was really requested for years and years before she finally got to come back.
She was in 14, right?
Yeah.
She's in 14,
and I lost my shit.
Okay.
I was so happy.
So here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, I think we're all pretty confident that Kim is not showing up. In the launch roster.
But you know, he at least should come back as DLC. Like, right. I mean, I'm not even the biggest fan of Kim, and I love Fatal Fury. And it's like,
Art of Fighter Stories is up, so nice. We'll get that.
So we'll get that next
in a second. Okay, cool. So she has the people's elbow. So
also, I tried learning Angel. I think it's easier to learn an instrument.
Here's a good question, though. Let's say Angel is coming back. Wasn't she on the Secret Agents team before?
No.
What was she on?
She was on Team Mexico last year.
Oh, that's right. She was with
Ramon and Dinosaur.
That's right. Okay, so let's say she does come back. What the hell team? Would she be with Heidern? Would she be with K-Dash?
So...
Like, I feel like she doesn't have any room to fit here.
So she could theoretically be on K-Dash if they're actually forming an anti-Nests team of some sort. Or, like, we've dealt with Nests bullshit. She could be on Isla's team just to be like, waifus, go! And then there's the really, like, loose cannon shot of Heidern drags her in to keep an eye on her because she's a loose cannon.
Like, what's her storyline in terms of loose cannon?
She still hates Ness and is dealing with some of the fallout from that, but she's, like, chaotic neutral.
I mean, is she...
She's not the nicest person in the world.
Is she, like, integral to the storyline, or is she just kind of, like, side character fun, I'm hot kind of thing, right?
That's more what she's become.
Okay.
Especially because now that Redacted doesn't exist, half of her canon doesn't exist.
Yeah, no, King Lycoris, we've already been talking about it for the past month or so, that we're pretty sure Kim is losing his perfect record of default character.
Yeah, an actual war criminal.
Oh, is she actually a
She's
worker?
not necessarily a good
Okay,
person.
okay.
Now, how much of that is Nests and how much of it is just whatever, but
Right.
she kind of messed up.
Right. I mean, could they
But-
possibly reveal more backstory for her? Like,
God, I hope so.
like Luong obviously is on the Secret Agents team, which makes her more than just...
And again, without Redacted existing, she lost like half of her backstory.
Oh.
So she's super like nebulous now
Gotcha.
outside of the manga, which I don't know how strict people feel about the manga being the canon.
What if it was Heidern, Angel, and Redacted?
I would be mad. A lot of people would be happy. I would be furious.
Really? How come?
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's like the
gotcha.
people who want Rock and Geese to be on the same team. Like, really, bro?
Right, yeah, okay, fair enough. It's like, who was it? Who was it that was it the one that was really into Marvel so much lore, so much that they wouldn't play people who wouldn't team up in actual storyline
That's
on the
awesome.
same team?
That's awesome.
I forgot who that was, but I remember hearing about someone who, like, was so obsessed with the lore that he would refuse to put them on the same team.
I dig it.
Oh, man.
I mean, personally, I'm still hoping that we get a Mark of the Wolves team for one of the DLC
It was Tasty
teams.
Steve. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Steve.
It was Tasty
That
Steve.
sounds like
yeah,
Steve.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm still holding out hope that one of the DLC teams is a Mark of the Wolves team.
yeah.
Or
yeah.
more like a really sick Mark of the Wolves team, like it's Rock and Kane. And it actually just continues the Mark of the Wolves story from there.
Instead of Bijane and Gateau, maybe, potentially.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the thing about it is, the fact that they even put... I was thinking about this yesterday. I don't even remember why I was thinking about this, but the fact that they actually put Rock's dream of the Fatal Fury timeline... Like, I feel like this game with Verse and everything is they're trying to figure out a way to unify the timelines a little bit more, right?
Like I said,
Like,
I'm hoping that we get something out of Rock and Kane's plot. And we basically, this starts taking care of Mark of the Wolves too.
what is Kane's plot?
Kane is the final boss of Mark of the Wolves.
And
he's like, hey, I'm Geese's brother-in-law.
oh, that's right, he was brother-in-law. That's
Your
right,
mom's
yeah,
still
yeah.
alive. You should come with me. And Rock's like, shit.
Right, and that's the one where Terry was like, I get it. Go, go,
Yep.
go. Right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
if we get a Rock Kane team
Yeah.
in like this game, and then you just use that to explain Mark of the Wolves too, like I'm in.
Right. Like, honestly, if they could figure out a way to just tie all those timelines together and officially, like, use Verse to somehow make it so that, yeah, Ryo isn't supposed to be, like, 30 years older than everybody.
Dude, I mean, I still love that in KOF 11, if Guy beats Ryo, he actually is like, didn't you used to be older?
Did he say that? Are you serious?
Swear to God.
Oh my
That's
God.
one of his win quotes, is he asks Ryo, like, didn't you used to be older?
That's
No?
actually funny, dude. That's
Because he's old man Ryo and Bariki.
right, exactly.
love it.
That's hilarious, dude. Oh man.
Yo, yeah, give us Freeman and let him be playable.
Freeman is the Carmine looking guy,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay. Because, I mean, honestly, I think that would be sick if they use this as the opportunity to consolidate the storylines. I actually think that would be really, really sick. So I think that would be a cool idea. But, okay, back to this. We've got 4 characters left here.
So we have 4...
Theorizing here, right? So we've got Braid's Girl here.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure Kula's coming
Kula.
back. We're guessing Elizabeth is coming back.
Yeah. And so that basically leaves the surprise.
Right.
Is the surprise going to be, honestly, probably, is it Shingo or is it Adelheid? Am I getting Adelheid back?
I mean, that would be crazy, right? I mean, the thing about it is, like you said, he was in 13. He was supposed to be in 13. Did he ever show up in the story for 14? No, because there's no model for Adelheid anywhere. Right?
Well, I mean, all the endings are just hand-drawn anyway.
Oh,
but
okay,
not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I don't know.
Surprises for you from Fortnite.
So he was mentioned, apparently.
Okay. I mean, obviously they wanted to bring him back.
Yeah. And again, like, the fact that Rugal is theoretically alive right now is plenty of reason for Adelheid to team up with Heidern.
And maybe that could be a big... Because, I mean, all this Orochi stuff is happening here, right? Obviously, Team Orochi coming back.
Yep. Chad is all in on this. They're like,
Wait. He's the main character story mode in 13?
Like, you can basically argue that point. He is everywhere in the story mode.
Whoa. He, like, sprite-wise, or just is it the story mode all done?
Story mode artwork.
Okay, gotcha. So it's
and
not
again,
like, it's not like sprites walking.
No, but he does have sprites.
Right, okay.
Like, more than one.
Now,
and he's in the background.
Here's the thing that makes this very likely, right? So, okay, let's talk about the DLC from 14, right? Mary is here, right? Now, it felt like they were leading up to the secret agents thing here, right? Because Luong is here. Like, there's parts of 14 that definitely feel like the 12 syndrome, which is like, shit, let's get this game out now because we need more money to make 15, right?
I mean, because how many 3D fighting games can you think of that got a whole patch just to make it look better?
Exactly. So here's the thing, right? So, okay, Heidern, very important to the story. DLC characters, right?
Vanessa, DLC.
Vanessa, part of this, like, it feels like the secret agent team was, like, probably something they wanted to do before, right? Now, what team was Luong and Gangyel on? Were they with Kim?
Yep.
It was just the Korea team then, basically. Yep. Okay. And I mean, I remember you joked to me that in 14, Luong's storyline literally didn't exist, right? So it seems like maybe they were trying to develop a story, they just never got around to it.
Yeah, she had more development in heroines.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
So where I'm leading to this whole thing is that, okay, DLC, Rock probably not going to show up, right?
Yeah, I mean, they'll make us buy him later.
Right. So Whip feels like like I'm leaning towards Whip being in existence in this game.
Yep,
because
which leads us to the longest running theory of Heidern, Whip,
right. So
Adelheid.
That's where I'm putting my vote is Whip and Adelheid. That's my guess right now. Right. So are you in
That's what I'm holding out hope for at the very least.
Okay, so our guess is Adelheid as the surprise.
Yep.
And then potentially Whip maybe coming back like this, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Which still leaves us 2 blanks somehow.
Right.
Which means my math was wrong. I thought we only had 1 blank after that, but so we've got whatever's left of the K-Dash team, which I think Angel has a really fair shot.
So Angel or Maxima, basically. Then.
Basically, but I really don't think Maxima is coming back. I think, if nothing else, Dinosaur and Antonov help kind of invalidate him. Plus, we have Yashiro, and if we get back Orochi forms, then there's, like, we're done.
Okay. So, potentially here, I'll just keep yellow. Let's just say it's Angel? Again, what does Angel have to do with K-Dash and Kuma?
Nests.
Oh, she's all nests. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Okay.
And then, so the question is, who rounds out Isla's team?
Actually, this is a really good point, too, because, I mean, we've got the official Orochi Sacred Treasures team.
Yep.
We've got the official Ash team. it feels like we would need the official Nests team, right? It feels like that's kind of how
I'm on board for it.
Because Maxima, does he like what's his relation to Nest, or is he just there?
He's basically a Nest robot, like cyborg thing. All the work that went into him also went into Nelson.
Now,
and it's all interconnected through
would
Nests.
he be more integral to the Nest plot than Angel?
That depends on the plot, really.
Okay.
Basically, it just comes down to what story they want to tell. And the fact that we don't see Sylvie is a little disconcerting, but that makes me wonder if Sylvie might actually pop up on the rival team.
Okay. Sylvie is a robot, right?
Yep.
What is her story again?
Literal, failed experiment from Nests that was left in a junk pile and then eventually came back.
So theoretically speaking, what's her motivation? What's my motivation?
She wants to be a real girl. I'm not even sure what her motivation is other than exist.
She's
and
Pinocchio.
do cool shit. Yeah.
She's Pinocchio. Okay.
I think Sylvie would be a really good way to round out that team, though. In terms of the fashion statements and stuff, she would actually fit pretty well into the rival team.
Sylvie, you said?
Yeah.
So you feel like Sylvie...
I think Sylvie would be a really interesting choice here.
Yeah, because Sylvie's teammates in the previous game were...
Official Invitation, which was Kukri and Mian.
Mian, okay. And Mian's probably not coming back.
Right.
Right, so, although, what a cool character. I miss that character. That was a character I wanted to play in 14, but my left-right dyslexia...
Well, so here's the thing, too, is that Oda said we have 2 surprises left. If this is another brand new character, then that theoretically should invalidate one of the other 2 surprises we have up here.
Which would be Elizabeth or Adelheid. Adelheid would probably be the more likely one to not show up.
Which is a shame because I think he belongs more, but Elizabeth for Ash's team is kind of fire.
Because Adelheid is pretty... I mean, they said he was the main character of 13, right? So he's pretty integral to the plot, right? And this game feels like integral to the plot of Fighters 15.
Yeah, I mean, except for some of the staples. Let's be honest. Do we really think Terry's going to matter?
To the story? Yeah.
But you can't have a KOF without Terry.
Yeah. I mean, I would have thought the same thing about Kim. That's the crazy thing, right? So
Dark Chaos is sitting here saying the next character will definitely start making these teams make sense. Not if they show us Whip. That doesn't solve anything.
Because she could be on multiple teams, right?
Yeah, Whip. If Whip is the next trailer we see, that doesn't answer shit.
Right. Now,
unless it just says K-Team.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Whip's trailer with her holding the whip in the silhouette, and we can just say that's Botan.
Absolutely, I'm gonna yell that.
But here's the thing, right? So, okay,
I would love to see that team, but it also is a little weirder than the Heidern Adelheid team.
Oh, right.
An Ash Elizabeth Adelheid and just encompass the Ash saga without ever giving me back Duel On.
So obviously Kukri is kind of a wild card because Kukri obviously seems to be from the same tribe as Braid's girl.
Yeah, he could theoretically be on rival team, and then we don't know what the fuck Ash's team is.
Right. So theoretically speaking,
Adelheid has been playable in 11.
Kukri could be here, but Kukri was also the one that helped Ash come back and lead Elizabeth to Ash. So it would make sense that they're on this that Kukri is on this team.
Dude, that would also slap if we got a Metal Slug rep.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing is what if we put Kukri on rival team?
Slug.
Slug. But yeah, so if we put Kukri on Rivals team, then we have no idea what Ash's team is.
Right.
No idea.
Who would actually story-wise fit
Oswald?
on that team?
Oswald works.
Okay.
Because Oswald was on Ash's team in 11.
Right.
Yeah, and then you'd have Chen or Duel On as the returning surprise.
Oh, right.
Most likely Chen, because Chen is already was in that same team. Duel On jumped ship to work with Elizabeth because he saw what Ash was doing. He's like, nope.
Oh, really? Wait, so Chen was on Ash's team?
Yep. Shen, Duel On, and Ash were the 03 team.
Okay.
And then at the end of 03, Dualon sees what Ash is doing. He's like, dude, you're a dick. I'm out.
Okay.
And he jumps ship and teams up with Elizabeth. And so Ash hires Oswald.
Right. So theoretically, we could put Kukri here and then Shen over here.
Maybe. But then also it's like, or no, you'd put Oswald there, actually.
Oswald instead of Shen? So it'd be
because that way you can
Elizabeth.
save Elizabeth as the surprise still.
Oh yeah. Well, I was saying replace the purple.
Yeah, the purple would end up being Oswald because then you'd
Not Shen.
Because Shen you'd have to have a new blue slot, a new surprise.
Because Shen wasn't in 14. Nope. Oh, okay. Got it. Gotcha.
Hey, Ash did nothing wrong in that situation. He didn't try to get Shen and Oswald to kill each other. He let them try to kill each other. Let's be fair.
There's a difference between causing it and allowing it.
Yeah. Like, let's be honest here.
So why did Shen and Oswald try to kill each other?
So Oswald joined the tournament because Ash was like, hey, you know those dragon pills you're looking for? I know where to get them. And he's like, awesome, I'm in. And Shen, you're trying to do this, that, whatever. So the whole thing is that a Chinese mafia put out a hit on Shen Wu. Uh-huh. And so Oswald was trying to fucking, basically chase him down, get the dragon pills, and end up murdering him.
Okay.
And Shen literally just wants tough people to punch.
Okay.
And so he's like, guess what, Shen, here's your reward for helping me win the tournament. You get to fight Oswald. He's a badass. Shen's like, all right. And then Ash's like, hey, Oswald, you're looking for the dragon pills and you got that hit out? Go ahead and kill Shen. All right. So, actually, the dragon pills weren't completely dropped.
Not
they
like
were a
the
little dropped.
dragon power of Chensor.
They were mostly dropped, but actually in 14, if Mary and Oswald fight each other, they have a special intro. And Mary's like, oh, you're Oswald. You were the one looking for the dragon pills, right? And he's like, you are well informed. And they actually talk about it for a minute. I was like,
interesting.
Nice.
Okay. All right, so what's our prevailing theory right now? Are we going to stick to the original theory, Kukri and Elizabeth on the same team? Because that makes sense. That's in accordance with KOF 14's ending.
That's the dream, I think, basically. And then
the thing that's throwing this all for a loop right now is Kukri makes the most sense out of everyone who currently exists to be on Braid's Girl and Isla's team, right? With Kukri being on this team, we have no idea who to put here.
Yeah.
This is just...
And so, I just...
throw the dice.
Sylvie? I think Sylvie, works. I think Sylvie would be a really cute decision for that team.
Okay. So, shall we just... That'll be our current assumption then?
Yeah, I think that'll be the running theory. Is that... So we get the Untitled Heidern and Whip is the bottom row. And then Kula, Angel, K-Dash, which is psychotic, but, I guess we have to roll with it.
Which was it? K-Dash, we said...
Kula,
Angel.
Angel.
And Angel. So this is our theory right now. So our theory...
I guess,
You don't seem like you feel comfortable with this right now.
I'm not, but I can't think of anything better. Because it's also still weird to see, Oz not come back. And yeah, having Angel on the rival team would be really cool, but, there's also the what's her motivation.
Oh, no, wait. Kukri is already known, so I don't have to type Kukri in here. And then K-Dash, what do we say, Kula and Angel?
Yeah.
To be to round out.
Yeah, because I really don't think Maxima's coming back, and I don't think Whip's going to be on that team.
Right. Braids and potentially Sylvie.
With a big fat question mark there. That one's just me, just throwing it out.
Throwing whatever on the wind. Now we know Heidern is coming back.
Heidern,
but then our theory is Whip and Adelheid.
Good old Heidi.
So this is our current guess of the final seven characters who haven't been announced yet.
Also, Najid hasn't had shit explained. She just existed in 14 and was fucking awesome.
Right.
And I really hope we get to see her come back someday.
Obviously, outside of her, she's the DLC character I think will have a low chance of coming back. As the initial roster.
At this rate, I think she's got a better chance than Yamazaki.
Why?
Where's Yamazaki go in this team's?
No,
you said launch. In the initial roster.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Her chances are way better than his.
Najid might show up on this team.
Dude,
actually.
I would pay good money to see that happen.
All right, well, like it
But-
could be like Sylvie or Najee. Let's just. Put
Well,
it that.
I still don't think that she's gonna happen because I think she's gonna be caught up in legal bullshit.
Oh, right. That's
Like
right.
almost
Okay,
as bad as Love Heart. But I mean, I would love to see it, but I don't think it's
because
likely.
since she has no story explained, she could all of a sudden just come in and be like, she was actually crucial to this,
Sure, why
verse
not?
plot, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Right?
I know. I definitely want a Southtown Bad Guys DLC team.
Right.
I would love to see that because
Alright.
I'm really surprised Hein didn't come back.
So what I'm going to do here? Oh, I can actually zoom in. Oh, dang, that doesn't actually change the. Oh, look at
It's
this.
like quarter spacing. What is that?
No, it's actually a zoom. It's actually a zoom on
do you know? It
Notepad.
actually
I
works.
actually had no idea.
Control
this
plus?
existed. Yeah, I actually had no idea. This
Yeah.
existed. Okay. So if we have this here, right? Okay.
So Najid is owned by Manga Productions. Straight up.
Right.
So like SNK doesn't outright own her.
Right.
So as far as I know,
Now, 2 DLC teams,
yes.
right? Let's not guess who the 2 DLC teams are. I just want to guess as many DLC teams as possible.
Oh my god, do you have time for that?
Well, let's just talk about the ones that I would like to see. Okay.
Okay, sports.
Okay, sure. Brian, Lucky, and
Heavy D with an exclamation mark.
like this.
Yes, you
Or is it
have
one
to
letter?
write.
Is it one letter or one?
I think either of those is fine, but you have to have the exclamation point. You have to.
Was it in the game?
Yes.
Or was it? Oh, it was
Yeah,
always in the game.
he hits a heavy D.
Right. Okay. So heavy D. Okay. So what's up, Torrance? What's going on?
Yes.
This is another team that I really, really want to see.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that one. I feel like kind of
Yeah.
has to happen here.
I would also be fine with Gennett's Vice Mature.
Guinness. Oh, right.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. But I mean, Rugal, he's still, I feel like, the most iconic. Like, even though he was like in 2 games, like I feel like Rugal is like
Yeah.
he is the KOF bad guy.
Yeah. Well, so again, he's only appeared in 2 canon games,
Right. Exactly.
but he is the boss of at least 4.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, Vice Mature hate everybody. In all fairness, also, they've all died, so whatever.
Right. And so now the question is, who would be with Kim?
His sons, preferably.
So not Cheng and Choi, right? So it'd be Kim. What's her son's names again?
Dong
Dong
and J. J-A-E.
Jay. Yeah. Okay. So this is another potential team that could show up here. Right.
I want a Mark of the Wolves team in one fashion or another.
Right.
Because the thing is, I talk about how I'm not a big fan of Mark of the Wolves as a game, but I fucking love its cast.
Okay. So what would that be? Rock.
Yeah, I just got to hold that. Janae. And after that, I really don't care.
I mean, do you think the biggest chance would probably be like Gato or
Gato, Hotaru, or one of Kim's sons.
right? But let's say we put Kim's son over there, right? So let's put Gato then probably.
No H. Yeah, we just call him Gato.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, actually, no, Marco. But
Marco. Why Marco more than anybody?
he needs love.
Oh, okay. So this is just I want him there, not
Yeah.
as much as the okay.
So here's the thing. I want Guidel. I don't want Jeff. I just want to just get that out there. I don't want Jeff. I think that's, like, way too stretchy.
Yeah, like who? I mean, obviously this character right here, Adelheid. I mean, what if the surprise was Guidel on?
Man, Jar, are you just gonna say everything I say seems very unlikely? That's not nice. Like, Adelheid, very unlikely. Garo, very unlikely.
I mean,
Come on!
I mean, is Adelheid and Guidel? I mean, this could potentially. What if Guidel is the surprise and not Adelheid?
I think that's way too much of a stretch.
Think so?
I think it's way too much of a stretch.
Okay. All right. What else? What else would we be looking
Okay,
for?
you need to build a team with Kenso.
Right. Okay. So we can. You know what? Maybe we can have Kenso. We can have Shen. Who else has a lost like dragon?
Okay,
planet?
so if you're gonna do that, it should actually be Bao,
Yeah, probably Kenso Bao.
and then I would be fine with Dualon. I think that would fit really well because Ron is the one who wants to steal Kenso's dragon power. Dualon is gonna be like, oh wait, you're fighting my dad. Let's fucking go. I got you.
Oh, so is Dulon another kid who doesn't like the dad?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
On the long history of bad family blood.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. So that would be one team there. What other teams would we want to create here? I mean, a lot of people are saying Momoko instead of.
Well, because then you're just building a Psycho Soldier 2.0 team,
right.
and it's like, are you building a dragon team or are you building a Psycho Soldier team? I think it's a real question. Either of them would work.
I mean,
okay.
I think it would be sick to have a. What's up?
No bow in all caps.
Team dropped storylines. Yeah, that was kind of my original idea there. So.
So if we were to do team guest characters.
Well, before we do a team guest characters, what about a team Buriki, right? I mean, we could have...
Yeah, you just do the Buriki characters.
Right.
I mean,
but
the
it's
thing
just
is...
Nintendo, Silver, and...
I'm going to be honest. I think you should skip Silver. And you actually do the trifecta of Guy and his buddies, whose names I cannot remember offhand right now. Like, not verbatim their names.
Okay.
But, so, like, literally, like, the plot in Buriki is
There's
that...
a plot in Buriki, huh?
There's story and everything.
Okay,
and so, like, basically the main three characters are all buddies.
Okay.
And I literally need to Google it because I cannot remember the other two's names.
Right. How about Guy Tega and Guy...
I swear to God.
Station. There we go. That's the...
So, yeah, so it's Yongsong.
How do you spell that? Oh, okay. Seo Young Song. Okay.
And then...
I'm glad you caught that
it's-
right away, by the way,
Yeah.
as soon as I went
Is
there.
it Jacques? Is it Jacques that's the next one? Or is it... No, it's going to be the younger one, right? No, it might be Jacques. I'm trying to remember who the other one of, like, the trifecta of buddies is.
I'm just going to leave it as...
Oh, no, it's Takato Saionji. That's right, it's Saionji.
Saionji? Okay. Takato Saionji.
Oh, no, I'm good not having Kizuna encounter characters. It's totally fine.
So this is a potential list here.
That would be so great to have, like, the actual Bariki Buddies team. Like, I love Silver and all, but if you're gonna do a Bariki team, you let the homies be homies.
So then the question is, okay, so let's say there is a guest character team.
This is where we get really bold.
Like, I mean, I feel like Nako has to be on the team, right?
I mean, I thought we were talking about actual guest characters.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like actual, like
Yeah. Okay, Kisara Westfield would be fire. I'd be totally fine with her.
Okay.
But that's beyond the point. Yeah, no, I mean, if we're doing like off, like other world team, like when we had Nako in KOF 14,
Right.
like that's a different topic. But honest to God guest characters is when things start getting wild.
Right, yeah.
They would have to be by franchise, though. You'd have like a Street Fighter team. You're not going to have team guest.
Right. Well, I mean, let's say we just do a team guest, but let's also try to be realistic about it and have it be games where SNK characters have actually guested in their game.
Yeah, of course.
So, like someone said, Skullomania would be a
Skullo is fair, but I would pick someone else over Skullo if I'm
Yeah.
picking a Fexel character. Like maybe Kyrie.
I just wouldn't want. I just don't want it to be boring. That's all. Kyrie would be boring.
I don't know. I like Kyrie with like his super dive kicks and super cancels and shit. I mean, personally, if we're making it a all the guest thing characters, I'm gonna be selfish and I'm making that slot Darun.
Indurai Bashi. All right, let's leave the guest out of this because it's too nebulous.
Well, I mean, that's what I was saying. You just do them as like by franchise. You have like a Street Fighter team and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's too many. Like there would be like great options. Like I'd even like want to put characters I don't even like. Because I'd be like, fuck, they'd be cool in KOF. Like Jury.
Jury.
Street Fighter 4 Jury would be a sick KOF character. Rashid would be a sick fucking KOF character. Because he basically is already.
It would actually be sick if they put in Rashid as a guest character and put him on the same team as Najee. That would actually be kind of sick.
I mean, she'd be like, I've heard of you. But man, you're kind of annoying.
Yeah. Giovanna. That would actually be funny too.
I'm still a firm believer that Viper was best served being in Marvel.
Yeah.
3.
All right. Okay.
Ooh, Cody would actually be pretty cool.
All right. So let's go back to like the
SNK
world of
stuff.
the world of KOF.
Okay, so we need to have a new Sam Show team. That's what we should probably do now.
I think that because there's only been one Sam Show character, right?
Yeah, but if we're doing another world, whatever, like,
Right,
and we don't have Love Heart anymore. I don't think we have Mui Mui, and I don't want her anyway.
Well, I mean, like for example, here's another team that I would kind of feel like would work, right? Like Shingo, Alice, and like somebody else, right? And as much as I know,
the hero worship team.
yeah, the hero worship team. I mean, theoretically, we could put Kenso on this team, which would be pretty fucking hilarious.
I would be funnier to make it June.
June? Who is June again? He's the Kim worshiper?
No, he's Kim's rival, but he's an Athena fanboy.
Oh,
Huge Athena
is he?
fanboy.
Oh, even more. Okay.
So that would be fun. Kyoko would be a cute one, actually.
Which one's Kyoko?
The Kyo cosplayer. The thing is that then you have 2 Kyo worshippers in the same team.
Right, yeah. Kyoko's only been a striker, right?
Yeah, as far as
Okay.
Actually, was she? Yeah, I think she was only in that striker.
The worship team, I think, would be kind of fun.
Hero worship team, yeah. I mean, the thing is that I still want the 2nd generation Wolves team more than like anything. So
okay, we'll put June here. then.
just make fun of him.
All right, so what we'll do here is, who was the other one we were talking about that we would like to see here?
With a team with Rock.
Yeah, from this team, right? Because we could put Rock onto, Rock.
Yeah. Hokutomaru. Hokutomaru. And then Joe's apprentice.
Right.
Who, as far as I know, doesn't have a name.
Who only showed up as the sprite.
Yeah, in like the concept art for Mark of the Wolves 2.
Right. So Joe's apprentice right here. That looks like Joe's apartment.
You're talking cockroaches?
Yeah. God, how many people remember that, dude? So if we did that, who was the other? We were talking about not Marco, not Bijane. Who did we say?
No, you put Gato.
That's right, Gato. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I'll just put Gato here generically.
Yeah, and then it's the KOF 11 team without Dinosaur. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Which is fine.
Yeah, okay.
We do need the Southtown Villains team.
The Southtown Villain. Oh, Geese has to come back,
Well,
right?
Geese or all 3 of Geese's playable henchmen now.
Oh.
Because he has a full team now.
Right, the 3 guys behind him?
No.
Or you're talking about Billy.
Billy, Yamazaki, and Hein.
Oh, that's right. I mean, for me, I would want Billy and Yamazaki, right? I mean,
Just go old. Yeah.
look, anything to put Yamazaki in the game
Yeah.
would make me happy that way, right? So
What's up, Cobra?
Oh, what's up, Cobra? And so I would put Yamazaki.
Also, hi, Kitty. I only just now saw you. That was you in the chat because colors.
Right.
Hi.
There you go. So Geese, Billy, Yamazaki.
Dude, Geese and Mr. Big are trying to kill each other at every turn. Whatever. Also, dude, I would love to see Hopper and Ripper actually do something. I think that would be sick.
I mean, honestly, like if they actually did if they just did this.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that's what I want, honestly.
they
I love Geese, but... Yeah, and then what? Oh my god, that's a pipe dream. That's a pipe dream.
That'll probably never happen, right? So, wait, Billy wouldn't work with Yamazaki?
Okay, Billy does not like Yamazaki, but they suck it up every time.
Oh, shoot. Shout out
8
to
months
Sultan.
sub and it's my birthday today. 48 years old, hee hee hee.
Happy birthday.
Yo, happy birthday!
Happy birthday, dude. Okay, so probably no Ripper and Hopper, though. I'm going to be realistic about that.
Okay, Senior Fro, I am not going to acknowledge that part of what you said, but we do need to make a maximum impact team.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right.
But
So,
not Duke. Fuck Duke. Fuck Duke.
Okay, so who would be on a maximum impact team?
Okay, whether we like it or not, one of them has to be Alba.
Alba?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the easy answer is you put Swari and you put someone else. But I don't like that. I would rather do something a bit more interesting.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, again, let's. I'm going to assume we try to do stuff that makes a little more sense, right? So,
Swari.
How do you spell that?
Soiree.
Oh, like soiree kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. That's weird. And then who else?
Actually, I like the idea of Lien.
Lien? Okay.
Yeah. So basically, we're just putting together like all of our dream teams for DLC.
Yeah,
all
basically.
of them, apparently.
Yeah, we're just kind of going nuts right now. So we're just because
Yeah. Now here's the thing: is that if I'm going to sit here and put in max impact characters and I don't ask for Xiaolon, I'm going to be butthurt. I'm just putting that out there.
Okay, that's fair. Because we this was our Sultan Cobra. This was our guest of the remaining characters. The purple ones are the ones we already know, which is Kukri, Heidern, and Braids Girl. These are the two surprises we're guessing, which are Adelheid and Elizabeth. And then we're figuring it's going to be Kula, and we said Angel,
Yeah.
Whip, and then Sylvie maybe was our guess right
like
there.
that's
the
like kind of
hardest
the
one right there.
YOLOs.
So that's who these 7 are up here. And then I was just like, all right, who do I want as DLC teams over here? And that's just...
Yeah, you just grabbed the ball and kept running, and I'm like, you know what, let's go.
I just started indulging myself in this because I just really wanted to say I really want a Rugal Weiss and Mature team. Because they've never actually been on a team except for a dream match, right? Or have they not even ever been in a team?
They're not officially ever on a team, as far as I know, because by the time that happened, they were on Iori's team.
Oh, yeah. So that's what... See, that's like another one of those Sacred Treasures teams to me. Like,
Yeah.
gotta put them in there. You know what I mean? Like that, right? So, I mean, let's put it this way.
Oh god, the announcer from Max Impact? Oh, that clown dude. He looks like he was a used car salesman. He's really awkward.
Okay.
Can't even remember.
I would like to actually... Like, I would be surprised, let's say, if Rugal, Weiss, and Mature are actually in the game as, like, bosses, and then they become unlockable afterwards or something like that.
Oh, but on the other hand, you know what we need to do right now?
What?
I need you to type... Yeah, Hyena, that was his name. Fuck that guy. And it's Shang Fei.
Oh, okay. Shang Fei.
Next line. Rick Stroud.
Oh, yeah.
It's WD, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's WD.
Okay.
And then... What other Fatal Fury characters haven't gotten to come back?
Xiang.
Do it. Chen Xinzan? Or Hanfu.
Oh, Hanfu. Yeah. All right, what do we want to do? Hanfu probably makes...
Let's let Hanfu have it, yeah.
And Takuma needs... So let's do the old man team.
Ooh, actually, no, Alfred is the better call there.
Who's Alfred?
He's a pilot. He's got, like, interesting wind moves and stuff. He's
So
a
do
cool
we want
character.
him or Hanfu?
Or just say, yeah, fuck it, just give us Duck. Yes.
Yeah,
put Duck there.
yeah. That makes more sense. So Duck... So Takuma...
You mean Vanessa is basically Rick.
You better make sure you get that correct order, Bao, there. Otherwise, you're gonna... Yeah. Okay. I was going towards that ban button. I was going towards the ban button here. Takuma, Saisyu, and... I forgot. What's...
Gangil.
Gangil?
We can let Gangil come back for that.
Or Kasumi's dad, Toto.
If I'm gonna be honest, it should be Gangil.
Gangil, okay. I mean,
I love Toto, but...
Is his name with a dash, or is it just Gangil?
I think it's without a dash.
Okay. But I mean, if we did that...
No, you know what? Let Chen retire.
Yeah, Chen wants to retire, right? So...
I'm pretty sure Chen's like 130 at this point.
Like Daimon, I wouldn't actually put in anything because...
He went home to be a family man.
Right, exactly. So... Takuma, dang. Oh.
Boobs do not a better character make.
Yeah. Do I have to time out Noah's Wild here? Do I have to?
No, people are allowed to make hot takes. I mean, we're doing it too.
Okay. What if we just did a Todo Kasumi team and then who?
No. You can never let them be in the same room at the same time. That's like part of the gag.
Is it?
They cannot actually be aware of each other at the same time.
Okay.
Kazumi has been forever chasing him, and like basically the only time they've ever actually been at the same room at the same time, and she's been aware of it, is CVS 2.
In the intro, right?
Yeah. But ever since that point, like he pops up in some of her supers, and then she's like, "Wait, what?" It's the cutest shit. Yep.
All right. So I don't know. Do we feel like we've covered a lot of
I still feel like we're missing some big stuff here.
Yeah. Like, who are some major SNK KOF characters who should come back?
Well, I mean, we should build something to at least reference Metal Slug.
Oh, okay. What about like a future Gaidel team? There's probably no way to build something like that because we have no idea.
Nah, he has to be a solo if he's actually gonna fight. Right. I mean, honestly, I want him to be in like the Ikari Warriors ending, and he's still a pacifist. Okay. I'd be fine with that. AG. Yeah, AG would go on a team with Kasumi, and then you bring back Malin, and then you just build the 11 anti-Kyokugen team, and everyone's happy.
Okay. So
and yeah. Oh no. Okay. So,
wait, was this the same team from 11?
Yeah.
And then
Malin.
Malin, right?
One word.
Oh, is it just one word? Okay.
Yeah. So here's the team that I was thinking I kind of wanted to see is Kim, Meili, Najid. All like Team Justice all the way through.
Oh, are they like super justice-y? Okay.
Yeah, like actual superheroes kind of thing.
Right. Because then theoretically you could make a Gong Il, Dong, and Jay team. Put somebody else on the old man team over here.
Oh, that would end badly.
Oh, okay. Well, what's her face was in Maximum Impact already, right? Fio. And then who are the other ones?
We would want probably Marco because he has precedent from Battle Coliseum.
Wait, is that the different Marco?
Yeah, this is Metal Slug Marco.
Okay.
Not Kushnud Butt Marco Rodriguez.
Okay. Jubei actually.
Oh yeah, no, Mars people would be pretty sick. I love Mars people.
But Mars people is an alien, right?
Yeah, and they're more or less the villains.
Right. Yeah.
But they've actually been playable.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm gonna say I want Eri.
Right. Who's the other girl? Right.
Yeah.
And how do you spell her name?
Eri.
Eri. Now, what about Jubei instead as a character for the team?
Dude, if we brought back the Fatal Fury Jubei, that would be kind of fucking awesome.
Right. I mean,
throw fucking rice crackers at people.
I mean, he was the one that was like terrified at Shang Fei eating, wasn't he? In the background, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, whoa. Yeah, and then Shinsin Zan got out eaten.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. What would we do for a Najid team? It's too hard to say because she could just be paired with anybody.
Well, I mean, you probably have to. It has to be a very strong hero team. That's the thing. It has to be a hero team.
Do we want to replace Gong Il with Jubei, or do we want to leave Gong Il?
I mean, but if we do that, then we're just gonna be shuffling all day.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay. I mean, I'm cool closing out like this because we don't need to spend so much time on wild speculation. But I think everybody's enjoying this, so
it's fucking fun.
Yeah, it is.
And I mean, the thing is that like KOF's history is so rich at this point that there's still like 30 characters in KOF mainline games we're missing, plus whatever we want to bring back from Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, etc.
There's no follow-up to Nelson's story, so we can put him on Team No Follow-Up.
That's true. Team Abandoned Plotlines.
All right, last one we'll do then is a Team Sam show. Let's just do that then. Okay, so Nakoruru has to be there.
Yeah, it's unavoidable.
Right. I don't want Haomaru. I just think...
it should be Yasha. Yashimaru.
Yashimaru?
Yeah. He's more or less supposed to be the pro tag of the newest game.
Right, yeah.
And him having the double jump and the dives and like all that stuff, I think he'd actually be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just trying to think, because one of the things that makes Nako fit really well is that she doesn't have a ridiculously long weapon. So I feel like she could.
Billy Kane exists.
Okay, fine. Yashmaru.
And from here, yes, I'm on board, as many people are. I'm going to say Darlie. Because also, I just want to let her have Galactica Phantom if Ralph's not going to have it anymore, where she just drops the fucking thing, just... Blah!
Okay. How's this? We'll deal double duty. I'll just put Jubei here. No, can be either Jubei. Actually, Genon would be funny if he is supposed to be deep ancestor of Mai. Right?
I mean, it'd be really funny to put him in this if he didn't get to make it in his own fucking game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fucking putting Genon in here.
You're a terrible person.
Okay.
Can we just delete Nako and put Darlie in her place? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of sick of Nako.
Yo, yeah, everybody's sick of Nako, but like I said...
You watch your mouth. That is not true at all.
Okay, fair. I mean, but my whole point is that I kind of want to make it so that it makes... Like, yeah, they would probably do that. You know, if we're going completely fantastical, I mean,
Okay, if you have to make it make sense, then it has to be like Galford.
Galford,
Yeah, people who actually are friends and talk to each other and stuff like that.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
but you know, that's if you're really trying to make it make all the sense on a fucking guest character team. Like,
yeah, actually, if we just had a team of Mama Haha, Poppy, and
like Rara's Wolf.
Yeah, Rara's Wolf.
Which I cannot remember that dog's name.
That would actually be hilarious. But what I mean by making sense is that, yeah, if SNK was going to do it...
Just make it Anton. Let him appear in the fucking game.
All right. All right.
Puppy!
Screw it. We're just
there we
doing
go.
that.
Perfect.
Anton is actually a secret time-traveling dog, and he goes back in time and picks up Mama Haha and Poppy.
Now, see, the thing is, now I'm going to sit here and wait the entire time through KOF 15 story mode to see if Anton at least appears in story mode.
I know,
I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Yeah, Champo is actually the secret boss for this team. Who's
Champo again?
That's Mina's little sprite
thing.
That
thing. Yeah. Okay.
I think it's actually CHAMPLE or something.
Okay.
I don't remember. It's Champo. Yeah. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I know. That's why we took out the Sam Show characters and replaced them with their pets. So no Sam Show.
I mean, you know, the thing is, we could even take away the Sam Show ones and then put in Uki, Terry's monkey. Champity.
Yeah, but I mean, these are like what I'm just saying. Like, I just like if we're gonna do guest characters, SNK probably wouldn't go crazy. I mean, they probably wouldn't put Darlie in there. You know what I mean? Like,
it's tragic.
Yeah, it is tragic.
The thing is, like, because she was also like, so I wouldn't be surprised if SNK was like, we're gonna have fun with an interesting character that defies. Oh, why is she so popular? Like
was she as popular?
She did, I think, better than most people expected.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying she was like the next Nako or something,
right,
but she probably exceeded expectations.
I think Mama Haha as a character should just like fly there and then, you know, summon Nako onto the screen, and then like Nako carries and like throws.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty convinced that Mama Haha's the better character, so.
Right, and then Poppy would just go, and you see Galford coming from the side of the screen and just go, boom, and then run away.
Okay, Chad actually has me on the right thing. We need to actually make the deer from the background of the stage a playable.
And when he crouches, the legs just
he just sinks in. Like, he just straight looks like a Mugen character.
Yeah. Just like the legs don't even squat. It's just like
yeah.
There you go.
Like the opposite of I have to go now. My planet needs me.
And you have to have the metals, like the metal.
Yeah.
Sound when it's
like Wolverine's hands.
Yeah.
Sticked.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I forgot about doing that meme.
Which one?
So remember when they patched Sam Show to actually make the deer stand up?
Yeah.
So the first thing I did is I ran and got a picture of Terry being like, stand up!
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Swamp Thing's crouch was pretty sick.
Yeah. He was like that too. Yeah. I mean, there's one character in that got Omen of Sorrow, I think it was. No, that's the
that indie horror fighting game?
That indie horror fighting game that was like the mummy character, but it didn't jump. It just like stretched, like when you jumped and stuff. It was actually really cool. So
Okay, that was fun and absurd.
Yeah.
So, by the way, last night, KOF 98 UMFE on Steam has entered its rollback beta.
Yep.
Which has led to some hilarious issues, which I've been enjoying ever so much. Not the least of which being Clark command grabs crashed the game.
Yes.
So if you have a chance, you should go check that out. And apparently they fixed the crash today.
Oh, they already
Yeah,
fixed
this
it.
morning, I
Dang.
believe.
Okay, that was fast. Okay.
Yeah, it went out on today's patch, I guess.
Okay. But there is also this too.
Yes.
Of course, it's the team.
Oh yeah,
story
no, I
from
mean it's pretty much like almost every command grab crashes the game, or crashed, past tense.
Okay.
But yeah, just the the screenshot of Clark grabbing Leona and then doom, just made me laugh so hard. I was like setting up this whole headcanon. Like it wasn't the fact the game crashed. That Heidern's like, boy, what the fuck you doing? You putting hands on my daughter?
Like this is not allowed. Oh man.
Oh wow, Chang didn't crash. That's neat.
Now here's a question: do they make Robert with a Latin accent or no?
He's Italian.
Is he Italian?
He's Italian.
Garcia, Italian, huh? Okay, I would have just. He's European. No, does he speak with an
I'm
Italian?
American. I don't understand other cultures.
Does he actually speak with a Italian accent? No, right?
I mean, he speaks Japanese as far as I know,
okay,
so
fair enough,
this is KOF we're talking
I
about.
can't do Italian accents at all.
It's Italian. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Just don't make him sound like Mario and you'll
Yeah,
be fine.
I know. That's the problem. Is if I ever try to do it, I'm going, let's go. You know.
How was she cooking?
God. No. All right. I'm gonna.
I am now gonna do like Art of Fighting Mario all day.
I'm just gonna do Mario, Luigi, and Wario. There we go. That's the next. That's the guest character.
No, it has to be Bowsette, obviously.
I mean, for KOF and waifu purposes,
Yes.
yeah.
Dude, if any game ever makes fucking Bowsette playable somehow, I'm picking Bowsette.
I forget. Did Nintendo ever acknowledge the existence of Bowsette?
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
They didn't. Yeah. All right. Do you want to just go over this over here?
Yeah,
real
yeah,
quick?
yeah.
All right. Here we go. So they released the Art of Fighting team stories. So far we've gotten Hero, Sacred Treasures, Fatal Fear, Orochi, and now Art of Fighting team. Right. Okay.
Which I'm actually looking forward to this because there's probably going to be some fun like King Ryo interactions.
Let's see. All right. The sun shines brightly over Southtown. Gazing up at a glimmering fancy sign above a restaurant on Main Street, two men stand, luggage bags slung over their shoulders. Do you want to do all the voice? I'll do the narrator. You read all the voice lines here. Does that sound good?
Sure, why not?
All right, just to get more involvement here. The restaurant has a line going out the door, above which its sign beams Kyokugen Barbecue. One of the men, Marco Rodriguez, gulps as he eyes the eager crowd shouting and browsing the menus.
Looks like business is booming. Yeah.
The restaurant is even bigger and fancier than the other man, Ryo Sakazaki, remembered. He looks at the restaurant with a feeling hard to describe, neither apprehensive nor displeasure. It is just something he cannot put a name to, much to his chagrin. No matter how hard he tried to expel all thoughts during training, the name Kyokugen Barbecue would stand strong, casting a pall over his mood like dark clouds rolling in. Those dark clouds loom over his heart right now.
Yeah, this is fantastic, by the way.
Yeah.
Because this is the English dialogue. And they're not calling him Kushnud Butt.
Oh.
Just they're all in on it now. That's fantastic.
Marco Rodriguez was his original name in Japan, right? And they for no reason changed him to Kushnud Butt.
I mean, I'm sure there is a reason,
Right, yeah.
but I don't know it offhand.
Ryo and Marco make their way to an employee entrance. Once they press the buzzer and give their names, they are allowed through to the manager's office. It is a tidy place occupied by two people. Ryo's father, Takuma Sakazaki. Yay! Jasmine looked at me all weird. And Ryo's best friend and fellow student, Robert Garcia. They smile and rise to their feet as soon as Ryo and Marco enter.
Hey, Ryo, Marco, you're back! Been a while, guys. Sorry I couldn't come get you.
Robert walks over to Ryo and gives his shoulder a friendly slap.
Ow!
In response, Ryo smiles as Marco bows.
It's cool. Nice to see business going good for you guys. Is Yuri here?
Just as Ryo turns to scan the area for his little sister, she emerges from the open doorway, visibly fatigued. She trudges her way into the office without noticing the two visitors.
This is too much work for a side hustle. Sorry, Robert. I don't think I can hit up the dojo today either. I hear you, Yuri. Even Kyokugen Barbecue's poster gal needs a break. Get some rest once you finish your shift, huh? Sure. I'm gonna sleep through until lunchtime. Oh! Hey guys, you're back!
Perhaps boosted by Robert's compliment, Yuri straightens her drooping shoulders and finally notices Ryo and Marco. On seeing how hard Yuri has been throwing herself into her part-time work, the dark clouds in Ryo's heart grow thicker.
Good to be back. You're looking well, Yuri. I guess. It's been crazy at work lately. I'm practically dead on my feet.
What's the story behind Kyokugen Barbecue?
So, at the end of the last game, they're like, we're not pulling in enough business by opening a dojo, so let's open up a secondary business. And Robert helped invest, and they opened up a fucking barbecue. Like, it's literally like a fucking, like, izakaya. Like, it's seriously like, the place that we get beef all the time. Yukaku.
Oh, okay.
Like,
okay.
one of their, here's the fucking meat, here's your grill, go nuts.
Gotcha. Okay. Yuri's hair has grown out and bobs as she moves. Ryo looks on, trying to remember himself there is nothing wrong with helping out a family business. He turns back to Takuma and Robert.
Sorry, I was reading chat.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, who's talking? Is it...
Looks like Ryo is talking here.
Oh, yeah. Thinking about competing in this KOF to see if my training's paid off. How about you, Dad? Robert? Got any plans? My hands are full here. It's a critical time, so I can't afford to be away.
Ryo's brows furrow ever so slightly at Takuma's casual dismissal. Nobody around him seems to notice. Takuma folds his arms and looks over at Robert.
Robert, you join Ryo's team. And don't forget to advertise Kyokugen Barbecue. Yes, sir!
Robert replies to his master with energy before turning to Ryo and holding out a hand with a grin.
I could use this. Been so busy running this place. Be nice to get a sweat on outside this dojo. Thanks, Ryo. Sure thing. Great to have you on board.
As Ryo shakes Robert's hand, the firmness of their grips reassures him and brings his usual smile back to his face.
They got like the bro fist thing.
Yeah, I know, right? The agree.
Yeah.
Picking up on this, Marco quietly lets out a sigh of relief.
Great. One spot to go. If it's you and me, then 3 has to be Yuri. Sure thing. You can always count on me.
Yuri leans in as Robert speaks. Ryo eyes her, his smile fading. He thinks back to Yuri's earlier remark. After a moment of silence, he speaks in a low tone.
No, you're out this time, Yuri. What? Huh? Why?
Yuri and Robert's eyes widen in shock. Takuma looks on quietly, his arms still folded, while Marco gives Ryo and Yuri a concerned gaze. With his eyes fixed sternly on Yuri, Ryo asks a simple question.
When did you last train at the dojo? I want to say like 2 months ago? Don't tell me you're still in top shape. You know how tough the competition at KOF is? You know what lengths everyone goes to? So, I'll be real. You're weak. You can't win anything.
Ryo's word clearly hit Yuri hard. She just stands there, opening or closing her mouth like she's trying to protest but can't because his words hit home. After several moments trembling in silence, Yuri speaks, her voice quivering.
How could you say that? Weak? I'm not weak. You jerk.
Yuri runs out of the office. Ryo watches her go while Robert giving an understanding nod. He pats his best friend on the shoulder.
Bye, Felicia. You know Yuri. Competitive streak a mile wide. Don't worry about her. She'll get back in the groove soon enough.
Akuma responds, Ryo's only response is a light sigh. Robert tilts his head thoughtfully.
So, who's our third member? Marco?
Marco quickly stands to attention. Ryo looks pensive.
Actually, I've got someone else in mind. Tragedy!
The illusion bar is getting ready to open. King is standing behind the bar counter inside, polishing drink glasses, when she hears the door open and close again. As footsteps approach, she looks up and starts to speak in a cool, dismissive tone.
Bar's closed! Oh, it's you. Don't startle me like that. Sorry to interrupt your opening prep. Mind if I sit here?
King's expression softens when she sees Ryo. He waves and grabs a seat at the bar counter.
Yeah, knock yourself out. Want a post-training drink? Nah.
King notices Ryo's somber expression and knits her brow in concern. He is never usually like this after wrapping up training. She lowers the glass she is polishing to give him her full attention, but before she can ask what is wrong, Ryo looks up and stares at her resolutely.
Hey, King, can I be serious with you for a second?
King falters slightly.
What's gotten into you? Look, you and I go back a long ways. We understand each other. I feel comfortable being around you.
King can't tell what he is trying to say. She grows nervous.
I don't like the pacing on that. We've gotten to know each other really well. You're the only one I think is right.
His expression earnest, he speaks with sincerity. She knows how he operates and suspects this has something to do with Kyokugen or martial arts or something.
Wise.
But to her, there is still a slim chance this could be leading somewhere else. Given his phrasing, King can't quite bring herself to rule out the possibility. Her cheeks flushed. She waits for him to finish. Ryo's eyes open widely, and he leans in with his hands planted on the bar counter.
King, I need to know. Would you join our team and compete with us in KOF?
King sighs and drops her hands to the countertop, hanging her head, exasperated with herself for getting her hopes up. Ryo naturally misinterprets this.
Oh, you won't do it? No, I will. I was on reserve for this KOF anyway. I'm sure Mai'll have no trouble finding teammates herself.
King flashes a smile to ease the clearly tense Ryo.
You'll really do it? Sure. Haven't teamed up with you guys in a while anyway. Great. You're the best, King.
Ryo smiles broadly, taking King's hand firmly. She responds with a firm grip of her own, all the while thinking about how damn dense he is. Damn.
He is so not good at this.
I feel like this whole KOF world is not good at this, huh?
Pretty much.
Poor kid. I mean, Andy is also kind of
Okay, well, he actually at least understands it. He's just not sure how much of it he wants.
Right.
Like,
okay,
go take it easy.
Oh man. All right, there you go. So, I mean, I like that because she's just like, yeah, Mine can probably do whatever she wants.
Yeah,
find teammates, whatever, blah blah blah. But it's
and then what happens?
You get
she recruits Yuri.
Right? So I'm actually really curious to see how that story's gonna go.
So that one actually might be in order,
right?
And just be like, so after Ryo was a dick,
right? Like Yuri's probably like, he got King, and then runs up to Mime like, I'm gonna show Ryo what's up, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's funny because with Marco being here, that actually makes it make more sense for us to put Marco on here, right? Because like he's even fully in this story. So there you go.
Yeah, they're really trying to bring him in little by little, more and more.
Like what other kinds of
like in endings and stuff. Like he's in the ending. Like he's like when they're talking around the barbecue and stuff. Him and Ryo are sitting next to each other. Like we could be training. But nope, they're just doing bullshit barbecue. And they're both, like, super upset.
That's funny.
Yeah, the 14 ending is great.
Yeah, I mean, that would be cool then. I mean, honestly, if they really did a Marco Bijane and, like, a Gato team or Rock.
And then, if I recall correctly, he's in the backgrounds in 13. in the Kyokugen Dojo.
Oh, is he?
I
Okay,
believe
okay,
so.
Okay.
And then there's at least one other game he appears in the background of.
Yeah. I mean, Speedwagon does say that Marco is in the background of 13, so there you go. So, Mai isn't in 11 because King nor Mary wanted to team up with her. Is that actually canon?
I mean, that's probably at least partially true.
Because who was on that team? That was
So there were
King
two different
Mary.
teams.
Oh,
Mary was on the secret agent team.
That's right.
And
that's
King
right.
was on Kyokugen.
Right. Okay. Now,
And Mai was with Andy training Hokutomaru. I believe is the actual.
Athena ever on the girls' team, the women's team? She was, right?
Yeah, she's been on non-Psycho Soldier teams before.
Right. Yeah. And she was on the women's team at one point in time.
Yeah, and then like Pretty Girls and this, that, and the other. Yeah.
But now, okay, what is it called now again? What's
Super Heroine?
Super Heroines team. Yeah, I like that much better. So, well, there you go. So that's the official story for the Art of Fighting. And again, I do appreciate the world building that they like to do in King of Fighters and stuff like that. So, that these stories continue straight. I mean, do they have like an official writer who writes the arcs of the stories or anything like that? Or is it just like a team written effort kind of thing?
I have no idea.
Okay.
And yeah, in 03 it was Molly and Hinako. And that team was amusing.
Gotcha. I bet James be on the superhero story to know what happened to Kenso. Poor Kenso.
Honestly, I mean, besides the fact of, oh boy, Mary, I'm really curious about the agent team one. To see, like, the three of them, like, Mary and Vanessa are like, hey, how you been? And
yeah, I mean, we still have no idea what the heck is going on with Luang and her being on the Secrets agent team.
Well, and so the other thing for me is the fact that, so Mary is talking to Heidern in his trailer about like, oh shit, you're here? Which implies that he has nothing to do with structuring that team.
I see, right.
So the secret agent team is probably on its own merits, which could be a dozen different things.
And Mary is technically the leader on the team, right?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, there's no real thing there. Okay.
The difference is that team is full of adults who can actually talk to each other and just work shit out. They don't perhaps need a leader.
Did they ever say who Kim's wife is? Does she have a name and all
She
that
does.
stuff like that?
Do I remember it? No.
Okay.
But yeah, she has a name. Like the whole family has a name and lore and everything.
Right, yeah. But is the wife based on Kim's real life?
I don't know.
Okay.
What is it? Is it Mune or something like that?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. So
I'm sure someone in the chat knows offhand.
Yeah, I
so
know, right. I mean, is there anybody in the chat who is like considers themselves a Kim stan? I can't call him Kim Cap1 anymore. That'd be interesting if Luang is the client.
yeah, like, hey, I will pay you guys to team up with me to go kick some asses. Like, fucking, all right.
I mean, I would just be excited if Luang actually got a plot, right? So, yeah. It's Myung Swook. Okay.
Ah,
Gotcha. He synchronizes DLC.
dude, I was pretty close. Like, trying to remember if it was Mune.
Yeah, it was actually really close. So, Luang was originally just described as Kim's wife, which was wrong, but people got kind of hyped.
Yeah, it was like, Korean waifu on Kim team.
Yeah.
Like, obviously. Yeah, but Mune can't fight.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to drag James to watch the Fatal Fury motion picture pretty soon.
It's on the Amazon thing now, so easy to stream as well. So I have an Amazon account, so anytime.
Which, so something we've discussed is that perhaps we should do like a viewing party.
Oh, right. That's right.
Because apparently since Amazon Prime and Twitch are so connected, we're kind of allowed to do that.
I guess that probably would work. I mean, is it free on there right now for Amazon Prime subscribers? I think it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were just exactly GLHF.
That's what we're thinking.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing that, and just maybe one episode of SNKronize would just sit here and watch
it. Fuck it. Let's just
watch it on the TV, dude. Yeah, just have a good time, dude. I think that actually would be kind of fun.
So maybe sometime in the next like 2-3 weeks, like whatever one of the non-trailer weeks is.
Okay.
You know, we'll kidnap Kitty, get her back in this chair.
We'll just sit here.
And we'll just sit here. I'll like crack open a beer.
Let's order some food. Let's order some food and just chill here.
Oh, and boba?
Yeah. Food, boba, and just watch some Fatal Fury movie here on stream.
James has not watched any of the SNK anime until I made him. So, because now you've gotten through. I think you got through Art of Fighting, which was awful, right? Or did you watch that with us?
I don't think I watched the Art of Fighting one. So.
And then you watched Fatal Fury 1 and 2
I watched
OAVs.
the Fatal Fury 1 and 2 OAVs. Yes. Now I need to see the movie.
Oh no, we are not doing anything to those voices. Those voices are flawless. Oh, actually, like we do genuinely love most of the voices in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Syncs with everyone who else has Prime watching with you. Really? There's a system like on Prime? Interesting. Okay. Could be a Canada difference. Let's take a look over here. Prime movies. I don't even know. You know, I've never used it before really that much. So Prime Video.
Yep, and then just Fatal Fury.
Fatal Fury. Yep,
there you go.
There it
Fatal
is.
Fury. That's it.
I mean,
the motion picture.
On our side over here, it's literally I can just click watch now.
Yeah.
Because I'm logged in, and so it's just like boop, let's just watch it. So we could seriously just watch it.
Yeah, so we'd have to like figure out like the Twitch watch party connectivity and stuff.
I mean, if anybody has any information on that, let me know. Otherwise, I'll try to do some research at some point in time. But we'll try to let people know ahead of time that we're gonna do it, so that way you guys can get ready for it. So.
Also, I am not watching the KOF live action movie sober. Just to be clear. I'm gonna need a few drinks in me to do that, so I'm not doing it on Twitch. Oh, yo!
Oh, look at this. Okay, thank you, GLHF. Good luck.
Oh, it's not on Australian Prime. That's rough.
So let's see. Watch parties. So this is actually an official thing, huh? Oh, with their Amazon Prime. So it's literally because they're all the same company. It's allowed. It's a allowed thing. We won't get DMCA'd or anything crazy like that. Oh, cool. Well, I mean, if there's a watch party here, can we stream ourselves watching it? We should be able to.
I mean, look at their example.
Yeah, their example literally has this dude streaming over here. So
can come together and watch, react, discuss any movie or TV show that is available with their Amazon Prime or Prime Video subscriptions directly on Twitch.
Right. So,
available to all creators, something.
Right. But the idea is, even if you guys can't find it in Canada or Australia, you can just watch us watching it, basically. I can stream the movie and we can just watch
okay,
it,
but yeah, so apparently it still has a watch party. So basically, if they don't have Amazon Prime, they might not be able to watch, is how that works.
Oh, it's actually...
So yeah, we'll
Yeah, we'll look it up. Thank you for the link, though. Thanks for helping us find that. Good luck, have fun. So, okay.
Right, I'm just going to say Gulf.
Gulf. I mean, for me, it would be good luck hyper fighting.
Yeah. I thought the Blu-rays came out. Yeah, I mean, if you own the movie or something and you just want to tune in to watch us like talking over it, like that's whatever.
I mean, I did a watch party for Die Hard one year on Christmas because
you do,
right? And the thing about it was though, I couldn't stream it, so I just told everybody who joined me, like, I'm gonna start the movie, 3, 2, 1, go. And then it was synced up enough, you know what I mean? And people could pause their own and whatever to sync it up with what, because I put it on a small video so you could barely see it, but you could tell what I was seeing. Yeah. So you could sync it up a little bit. So, yeah. Yeah, that's why, Wingless, I did a Die Hard watch party on Christmas.
Yeah, of course. Like you do. It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the best Christmas movie ever. It's Christmas, Theo. It's a time for miracles. Oh, man. They did a watch party for Aliens? Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So yeah, like we could totally make this happen one way or another. Yeah. Like
if this is definitely a thing that is gonna happen, then so I think that would be fun. Let's do that for a synchronized episode. Because it's only an hour and a half long, right? Yeah. So yeah, I mean our streams go longer than that anyway, so like quite a bit. So but there you go. Okay. Was there anything else that we wanted to talk about here outside of
play the 98 beta?
Yeah, I was about to say again. Yeah, go and play the 98 beta. Help them test it out, honestly. And I mean, obviously, it's not the vanilla 98 if you're used to that. But
98 UMFE, which is fine because it also adds some extra characters. There's a lot of cool shit. EX Mary is fucking fire, by the way, because she's basically Real Bout 2 Mary converted into KOF. rather than like the other one.
Wait, they put Mary back in.
So 98 has Mary, and it's like that version
but
of
it's
Mary.
An EX Mary.
But there's an EX Mary who plays a lot more like Real Bout 2 with escalation mode installs and shit.
Gotcha.
She's badass.
Okay. But that's definitely there, so definitely check that out and, help them test things out, find bugs, and check their official account as well, because they talked about how, like, I think it was actually Code Mystics who tweeted this out. They were like, we appreciate you guys giving us feedback on Twitter, but please use the official email or something like that. So there you go.
Yeah, use the intended channels, but give it a test, check it out.
A lot of people were saying that the... you were telling me that
AG players eat paint. That's true.
You were telling me that a lot of people do feel like it is a very balanced game, though. Right?
Yeah, it's pretty well balanced in the long run. Because like apparently like end statement had some pretty bad problems, and then FE did some more like final adjustments to make it a lot better shape.
Now, the other thing too was that all the other versions that Code Mystics has updated, it's not even a new version. You just download a patch and it works, right? And so, I mean, that's pretty incredible that a company would put this much work into updating a game.
Oh yeah, by the way, it's on sale right now on top of that.
Right, and it's on sale right now. So honestly, like, again, if you are a fan of KOF, if you want to support them and support a company like Code Mystics doing a good job of doing something like this,
and I'm also like pretty happy about the fact that like this is the second game, as far as I know, that's not just a Neo Geo MVS game, because we had 02 UM got its update last year, and then now we got 98 UMFE, which is awesome. Who knows where it's going next as well. Like, there could be whatever games getting all sorts of crazy updates. And maybe we'll get a port of 11 someday. Yeah, probably not.
Be nice, dude. So there you go.
I think 13's a little bit of a stretch right now.
Yeah,
because they have to get it up to snuff on the port or the original version on the Taito X2. Is that the board 13 was on?
But 11 having a Steam release would be pretty sick, actually. So, but in the meantime, of course, Flycast is now
on Fightcade.
Fully works with Fightcade again. Silent Scope 88, old school ST/CVS2 player, has a bunch of tutorials on his YouTube channel of how to. Again, it's Silent Scope 88. Has a bunch of tutorials on how to get Flycast working in Fightcade now and all that stuff like that.
Yeah, and it didn't even seem like it was too crazy.
Yeah. So I'm going to look into that at some point because we still want to try running some 11 tournaments after sometime. So.
Yeah, and I'll just like put up the arcade board as like a display piece.
Yeah, I know, right? We own actually the arcade board.
I literally own like 4 different copies of that freaking game.
Right, seriously. I mean,
at least 3.
One of them is right here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, literally, ding, there you go. Here it is, KOF 11. So
the Japanese release is so cool, though. Like the way they printed the disc. Oh, really? It's so slick. Okay. But I still need to buy the PAL version because I feel like it.
Anything else? Or you think we're good?
I think we're good for now.
What should I close out on is the question. What?
Hey, chat, pick a Heidern theme.
Yeah, what Heidern theme do people want?
Because one thing I found interesting is they used the O2 UM music for his trailer. Because they're still hiding something, is what it implies. What?